Yes,
And we're
perfect.
back. Here I am, Fly Navarro. And we're a little delayed because Stephane had to do hair and makeup. And I forgot, listen, being French, hair and makeup is very important to you. So I've got Stephane and Johan. Please introduce yourself, guys, so everybody knows who you are.
Johan, you go ahead.
Johan, go
All right,
first.
hey, all right. Hello, everyone. I'm Johan Millez, the son of Stefan, right up here. I've been fishing for the past 15 years, thanks to my dad again, and yeah, can't wait to see how this meeting goes.
All right. And
Okay, and
Stephane?
then, yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm Stephane Millez, Johan's dad, a friend of Lamouche, the fly in front of us, our host. Yeah, well, I've been fishing for the last couple of years, like, I don't know, 35, 40, 45 years. And yeah, well, I'm like to meet new people about sport fishing and share our little experience and our, fishing stories.
Yeah. Now,
That's
also
it.
let everybody know what business you're in because they've probably seen your company and they don't realize that you're the guy behind it.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. So I run a fishing shop, a tackle shop based in France, and we do sell online a lot around the world. And yeah, but well, that was not my target when I was younger, but it's just by the passion of fishing that I just ended up. Yeah, I started with, in fact, an online community back in 2001 that was called Pêche Extreme. And just to meet people, just to share about, our stories, like a small, not a social network, that would be too much, with no humility, but that was the spirit. And then, in fact, how it turned out is that a lot of people were starting asking questions. Where can I get this lure? Where can I get these hooks? And have you a spare part and stuff like that? So basically, 2 years after, I changed the, how do you say, I changed the spirit, and we created the shop of Pêche Extreme. In fact, that's how it started, basically.
Beautiful. And how many different countries do you guys ship your products to?
Oh, worldwide, anywhere around the world.
Yeah, I mean,
Anywhere.
I've seen your stuff in a lot of places.
Yeah. The
I mean,
Middle
I go
East.
to the Middle East, I see your stickers. I know you and I have had conversations that you've sent stuff to Tahiti, to all over Asia. So you're sending stuff everywhere.
Yeah, indeed, we are. Whatever they don't find there that we have, yeah, we do ship it. Yeah, a little bit to the US as well, to be honest, a little bit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, a
No,
little
that's
bit.
good.
Specific products, specific.
Listen,
Yeah,
I almost bought a cotillion scale from you because
yeah, true.
I
Yeah,
couldn't find one here at home, and then I had some deeper investigation, and I found one in Brooklyn, New York.
really. Okay. Yeah, why not?
I I was I was cruising around a bunch of different websites, and I finally found a scale uh, company out of Brooklyn, New York that had one.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because
One.
let me know. We got
No, I
reloaded.
knew
I
you
have some
had
in
it
stock, but
because I was looking for I was looking for one for up to 100 pounds. And that's where
that's
it's
the one
hard.
I
You can
have.
find them to 50 everywhere.
Okay.
But you
Hold
had
on.
one, and
Yeah,
because of the
I'm telling you.
prices in
Yeah.
the EU, you're like, man, it's expensive. It was when we were in Croatia, I was talking to you about it.
Exactly.
That's when we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
talking
And
about it.
yeah, and I had a reload on the way, and I did get some, but yeah, honestly, they're quite expensive, but they're the most accurate. They're the
Yeah.
most
What
accurate.
are you guys going to be in Croatia this year?
Yes, we are, sir. Of course. I hope you're going to be there.
No. I have it on my calendar. I mean, unless something really weird comes out, I'm planning on being there. I enjoyed it. That was a very nice tournament.
It was indeed a very nice tournament, a nice country, nice people. It's the first time we go to Croatia, but it's only 1.5 hour flight. But
Oh,
the
that's not
people were
bad.
really friendly, and what I was really surprised is how clean it is. The country is clean and safe. That's insane how safe it is.
It was very safe. It was very clean, and the food was phenomenal.
True. And the company, we had good company as well. It
We
was
had
fun.
great company, man. They got
Oh, I
listen.
have some. I have videos of you getting your hands on the microphone, bro. I'm gonna take them out one day.
Hey, listen. There's one thing. there's not a camera or microphone that I don't like. You give me
I
a
know.
camera and microphone, and I'll start talking. I don't care what country I'm in. Somebody just sent me a YouTube video the other day. I was in Fujairah, which is part of the UAE, but it was a team from
Mhm.
Kuwait.
Okay.
So they have a Kuwaiti YouTube channel, and they found me at the captain's meeting, and I started talking and introducing people at the captain's meeting. And then every day at the scale, I'd go up to the scale and see what everybody's bringing in. So every day I'd give them a recap what we did. So the entire video is in Arabic and interrupted by me 4 times.
Oh, yeah, but that's nice. Yeah, but in the Middle East, yeah, there are nice guys there. I met one guy that is actually fishing right now in the Seychelles with a friend of mine, Antoine, and Mohammed. Very nice guy. We fished together in the Canaries Island.
Yeah,
Very, very
whoa.
friendly
Hey,
guys.
you got to give me a first and last name because everybody's named Muhammad.
True that. True
Everybody's
that.
name.
I'll find. Hold on. I'll
Don't
give you
worry
his
about it.
name.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Forget it.
I'll find you his name. But
Yeah,
very,
it's
very nice
okay.
guy.
I'm
Very
being
nice
more of a
guy.
smart ass than anything else. So
No,
uh,
don't worry. I know, but
yeah.
very, very cool guys. And to be honest, all the guys we met from the Middle East are really friendly
Oh
and
my
very
God, I
accommodating.
love it over there. The fishing is phenomenal. The
Mm.
hospitality. I have been treated like a king over there. I absolutely love
Yeah,
going over there.
yeah, it's super nice. Yeah, true. Honestly, yeah, it's nice.
It's
Not known yet a lot, but they have a lot of fish as well. They
They
have a
have a
lot of
lot of good
fish.
fishing. People don't realize it. I was talking to somebody recently, and they're like, "Well, what do you catch?" And I'm like, "You catch blue marlin, man. What do you mean?"
Mhm. Yeah,
Like we haven't caught any blue marlin in the Red Sea yet, but you catch blue marlin around Oman. You catch it in the up off of Fujairah. So listen, there's blue marlins around there.
yeah, and there's black marlin as well. In the Red Sea, there's a couple of swords that being caught
A
that
lot of
they go.
swords.
Yeah, and the blacks that were caught out of Lebanon. What the last one was in
Two,
during the COVID. Two,
two.
yeah, two of them. But the last one was caught in front of Tripoli in northern part of Lebanon, and that black marlin definitely came through the Red Sea, the Suez Strait, and it was just caught offshore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
you know
they're
that
gonna
they're in there.
they're gonna they're gonna come to us soon.
How cool
Instead of
would
the
that be?
spearfish, we're gonna have the billfish. That would be amazing.
So, Britain, being that you just brought off spearfish, one of the reasons I brought both you and your son is because of the tagging awards, the Billfish Foundation tagging awards. Uh, Johan, if you would like to tell us a little bit about the history you've had with the tagging awards at the Billfish Foundation.
Sure. From the first year onwards, or just in general?
Just in general, man.
Just in general. All right. Well, I mean, I've been introduced to tagging fish, well, billfish from an early age. So when I first got my world record, the white marlin, we've been tagging the marlin since then. Then I went to Abidjan for the blue marlin, but recently we've been starting to tag the little spearfish in the med, and it's been interesting because we see a lot of them, and we're luckily able to tag most of them. So yeah, and I've been lucky enough to win the 2023 top tagging youth angler, top 2024 as well, and more recently the 2025. So 3 years in a row, and it's been an incredible journey on the way, and never expected I would have won all of those awards back to back as well.
Listen, is this your last year as a youth angler?
Oh no, my last year was actually last year. So I turned 18. I turned 18 in October, and so I was just starting the competition as an adult.
So you
So I
you
participated
won the spearfish category as an adult.
this year, yes, this year, yes, as the
Yeah, but
top
just the release.
release, just the release, yes,
Release.
yes.
Listen, now you know what that means? He can start paying for the fishing trips now. He's an
Yes.
adult.
Yeah, that's a good point, Fly. That's a good point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Listen,
you better start working.
listen. Dad no more pays for fuel. You got to start paying for fuel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You didn't think of
Oh yeah,
that, did you?
totally. No, I didn't.
That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to remind you a little bit about it's time to contribute.
It
Mhm.
is, it
I hear
is.
you're doing an internship.
I am. With my school right now, I currently have 2 months of an internship in the company. So yeah, I'm starting to, well, not starting, I'm
When you say the
increasing my
company,
knowledge.
when you say the company, be specific. Which company?
In Pêche Extreme in the south
Yeah,
of
with your
France. So
father.
yeah,
Okay.
with my father and the crew. So I'm increasing my knowledge every day just to get a little more repair. I don't know how you say, but like more insights on how to handle and work inside the company
Okay.
to maybe one day, I don't know, have my own. So yeah,
Are you going to do competition against your dad?
no, no competition. No, no,
Oh,
working hand to hand.
oh, okay,
No
okay,
competition. No point.
okay, okay.
No point in
Listen,
it.
I just got to ask, what has he got you doing now?
I'm doing all the little job as I mean little jobs to start with, so I know how to run the whole chain and onwards. So
Okay,
I'm starting to do just move the stock around, chase for the products, do online, do the parcels for the clients, and then help the people that come inside the physical shop to ask for some fishing equipment.
okay. Do you help him in English or in French?
Whatever language they come in, man. If they're French,
See,
I help
that's
them French,
important.
English,
That's
English.
important. I got to ask that question.
Of
So
course, of course.
I want to go back just a little bit because you said something that I didn't know. You said something about a world record.
Yes, sir, indeed.
Tell us the story about your world record because I didn't know you had a world record.
So yeah, it's as quick as it can get, if you can say so, because it was not planned at all. Just a good friend of ours in Morocco has a fishing boat over there. He's been fishing for quite a while as well, and he just shot a message at my father once, not randomly because they've been speaking before that, but out of out of nowhere, he was like, "All right, let's just try and aim for the world record for your son because." He has one for his wife. He has one or multiple for himself. And he was like, "All right, let's get your son as a small fry angler." And we came there just on the weekend. It was a short Saturday Sunday fishing trip, and well, the fifth marlin I've ever caught. So I had four practice, and the fifth one was indeed the world record. And yeah, it was absolutely unintended, and it became a reality really quickly.
So tell us about the bite. What did it come up on? Explain to everybody, here's the fish. What was it?
Oh man, I can't recall exactly how it went. I can't recall the lure for sure, but it was pitch and bait out of Morocco,
Okay.
and I was just on the way to the area, to the fishing area. I remember Aliou, he was teaching me how to, take the pin out for the leader to go and throw the bait, hold the rod up high. And so I was very little. I could just hold the rod as high as I could go. And no, I had the first few marlins as practice, which went really smoothly, and then out of nowhere the fifth one came, and as normal, I didn't even see the fish. I just send my bait, it goes, start the fight, put on the harness, and then I as I'm starting to fight the fish, it was really quick. I start to look around and I see both the leader man starting to get the gaff out, and so I'm like, all right, maybe this is the deal. But out of my 9-year-old brain, I was like, all right, let's just keep fishing. I'd start fishing, and then the fish come, and in 3 minutes, the action was closed. The fish was by the boat, hooked by the gaff, and that's it. The world record was landed, and I didn't even realize it. In the video, you just see me. I'm standing with the harness and the rod, and I'm like, "What is going on, man?" And then the fish comes in, and joy
You
comes in
were
as
you
well.
were in shock.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not in shock. I was flabbergasted. I did not know what emotion was coming in.
Oh. Well, how big was the fish?
The fish was 45 kilos, and the previous world record was 36.
Oh, wow, you crushed it.
Yeah, luckily, yeah, it was a big fish as well.
What is it still the world record?
It is, and it's been holding for 9 consecutive years, just like the previous one. So the previous one was from 2007, if I'm not saying anything stupid, and 2007 to 2016, and now it's 2016 to 2026, maybe the 10th year in a row.
Okay. So if and when it gets broken, do you plan on calling up the angler and congratulating him?
But yeah, of course.
Okay.
I've never thought of that actually. First time I ever think of it, but yeah, why not? I would congratulate, especially
Listen, the
for
world has gotten very small. We can all communicate with WhatsApp
yeah,
and social media.
exactly.
And I don't know. I think it would be kind of nice if somebody broke your record. You call them up and young angler, hey man, congratulations. I'll be
I
keeping an eye
completely
on you. My This is what's happened in my career, and if there's any kind of information I can help you with, it would be I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to congratulate somebody if they beat your record.
Yeah, thinking
What?
about it now, yeah, as a 9-year-old, I would have really loved that. So yeah, I will definitely do that if it ever gets beaten. I hope it will. I hope it will get beaten, and I'll definitely shoot my message or a phone call to the guy. Yeah.
There you go. What were you going to say, Stefan?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, yeah, of course, we have to congratulate the person that will beat his record, and it will be done. But just to talk a little bit about Laurent, our friend in Morocco, he's been tagging a lot also for the Billfish Foundation, and he's been crushing the numbers for the whiteys out of Morocco for the last 10 years, basically, I think in a row, or even a bit more, since 2013, if I recall correctly, because the fishery in Morocco is amazing. They don't get as big as they do get in Brazil, but when they come in numbers. It's There's a lot of Americans, in fact, coming to fish Morocco because you have direct flights, and yeah, you have to join us one day there,
Yeah, you
Fly.
let
You
me
have to
know.
join
I know.
us.
Listen, there's a direct flight right from JFK, and there's one from Miami.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right down to Casablanca, and then you drive 40 minutes and you reach the
we
area.
sh we
And
should make a plan. I was actually talking with Peter Chabanzai the other day because
yeah,
this is the 40th anniversary for the Billfish Foundation,
true.
and they're gonna do or we're doing a 40 for 40. So we're putting out satellite tags, trying to get 40
Okay.
satellite tags for the year. And we just did 5 in South Florida
Yeah, I followed
on
that last week.
sailfish. Then we
Mhm.
have the Bahamas coming up. I don't think we have 5 confirmed yet. I think we have 2 confirmed tags purchased. Then we're going to do 5 in the Gulf of Mexico,
Okay.
Blue Marlin. Then we have 5 signed up for Nantucket for the Skilly Project, the White Marlins.
Yeah, that
And
we talked
when we
about
were
that.
doing that conversation, it's like, it would be kind of cool if we can get 5 out of Morocco.
I mean,
And
we can easily arrange it with Laurent. He put it some last year with, I don't remember who, but he did apply a couple of them, and one of them actually got in the raffle that they do in the US, the NOAA, I think they did
oh,
raffle, and
for
Laurent
Noah, yeah, yeah.
won. Yeah, for Noah. Yeah, he won the raffle also, but he doesn't care about the raffle, you know. But the thing is, yeah, some of his money were cut back, and the route they made with the satellite tag was interesting. But Fly, what we need to do, if you were to do that, try to speak with Peter or Ellen or something, if you can save 1 or 2 sat tags and you keep them. So when you join me in Abidjan, you can fish those blue marlins out of Abidjan, and then we satellite tag them.
Let's yeah,
If that works, I mean,
we're gonna talk about Abidjan here in a second. I'd like to talk. I'd like to continue talking a little bit about more about Morocco because of this. Not only the sat tag stuff, but the migration of the white marlin.
yeah.
What we're trying, I say we in general as fishermen.
Yeah.
I know it was a big conversation. It was a big, I don't want to say despairing, but there was always this conversation that there was 2 different bodies of bluefin tuna.
Populations
But now they've
of
real
bluefin.
bluefin,
Okay, okay.
bluefin tuna, that there was an Eastern Atlantic and a Western Atlantic.
Western Atlantic,
And
and they mix together.
now that they show that they're intermixed, and I believe the white marlin are going to be the same. They
Could
keep
be.
talking about that there's 2 different stocks. The blue marlin, I don't know. I've never heard anybody talk about 2 different stocks. They just
No, I
kind of,
think it's the same.
yeah,
They just travel
it's
around.
the same over and over, going around. But
Yeah, but but we'll talk about the blue marlins afterwards. I
yeah,
have questions
I
about
want
that,
to
but
talk a little bit because this fishing in Morocco, there's not a lot of people that talk about it.
No, it's quite off the grid somehow. But listen, Morocco is amazing for the bluefin tunas. You can fish them in Tangier just at the Gibraltar Strait, and also along the coast of Morocco. There are a couple of spots that have been discovered where you get giants, almost or as big as the one you get on PEI, in Prince Edward Island,
Yeah.
Nova Scotia, and they just don't talk too much about it for the commercial reasons. They don't want the professional guys to come and kill them. It's big, really big for the white marlins for sure. And also, this year was a bit different, 25, but 2024, they had a run of blue marlin that was insane for Morocco. They were basically raising two or three every day and landing one because the guys that were just aiming for whiteys. And out of nowhere on your teaser, you have this blue marlin coming up, but I mean, they had big blues, really
Like when
big
you
blues
say
coming up.
big, like what kind of size?
Oh, 700, 800, 900 pounders, They
Oh, wow.
were
Those are nice
coming up.
ones, especially if you're white marlin
Yeah.
fishing with 20s.
Oh yeah, and that happened a couple of times. Some of them were lucky they landed them, but the other one they broke. So basically, at the end, each guys they had an 80 pound, like a 50 pound reel with 80 pound bread ready to pitch if they would, if they would have the time to spot that it was a blue in the spread, So and that happened a couple of times. So, but that from Morocco, let me know. I'll arrange you. Laurent is maybe not listening, but I'll send him the link. And
No, he's going
yeah,
to
he
listen
has.
because once this goes live, we're going to send him the link so he can hear.
Oh yeah,
Because I would
oh
love,
yeah, you can.
because he also won some awards this year for the
Oh yeah.
Billfish Foundation. So
Yes, he did, and
I,
his daughter as well.
I would love to get him on here to talk about it. Maybe I can get him and his daughter to come and talk about their tagging and their fishing.
Yeah, yeah, I'll hook you up. Yeah, we'll make
I,
we'll make a meeting about it. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I think it would be kind of great for people to understand what the fishing's like over there. The other thing, what at least for me, for anybody that's listening, I what I'm trying to do with this podcast, I have created such a great global network of fishermen. And
Mhm.
people are always, I mean, you just even called me up the other day that you're like, hey man, I'd like to do a little bit more fishing in the US. So I
Yes.
introduced you to a friend of mine. And I want to create this opportunity for people to know who it is that's fishing in our industry around the world. And when I say the industry, not just the blue marlin, I mean, this is where I've made my career and this is where I have the most connections. But listen, I got some guys that a couple of days ago, I talked to somebody that's having some issues with his charter industry being able to pick up people from the county dock. So I'm like, man, come up and talk to the people about your problem. You're in the fishing community just because you're inshore fishing, you're fishing for tarpon and snook. And I want to give you the platform. I want people to know that if you want to go fishing, there's people out there.
Yeah,
It's if
it's a
you talk
network,
if you call somebody up, there's always somebody that's willing to help.
yeah, but that's how you say. I don't know if it's in the US or in English, but we're bringing the ladders together. That's
Yeah,
to climb together. We're bringing the ladders.
yeah.
That's the thing.
It's funny you use the word ladders. And again, I love saying it. That's why I'm going to bring it up again. There's a verse in the Bible that says it's our responsibility when we get somewhere to reach behind you and help those come up with you. It's
Yeah.
very important to me because I look back at my career. You know how many people have helped me? I mean, there was plenty
Not a
of
lot.
people that reached out and helped me up to get to the new level. And I just want to return the favor.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, and that's how it goes. I think about fishing because basically, like we're almost the same age, I would say, but there were people behind us or in front of us, sorry, before us that made history, that created our sport, and we just came I don't know how, all different ways into sport fishing. And now we're how do you say we're all fishermen. We're trying to communicate and share together. But like you say, the most important is to think after us because we've been dreaming about the people like for me the French guy Pierre Closterman and then Ernest Hemingway and now actually at the moment for example Anthony from Bad Company.
Yeah.
All those guys they are pulling us up. Okay, and okay, we're not at the same level, but with our little knowledge, we have to give it backwards to the kids like my son and his friends to bring
Yeah.
them into fishing and share the passion and the love for the fish. That's very important, in fact, because they're my friends. When I go fishing, I go meet my friends.
Yeah,
The fishing, the
100%.
fishes are friends. Yeah.
Listen, I tell everybody, catching is reeling in the fish. Fishing is
Mhm.
spending time with your friends and family in between bites.
It's true.
You,
Yeah,
you
100%.
know,
100%.
and speaking of that, I would like to talk a little bit or a lot of it, it doesn't matter, about my very first Mediterranean spearfish, the last of all the billfish I needed to catch. I have caught
Okay.
every single billfish. Now I have. I've caught black, and I've caught them at all different kinds of ways. I've caught them all over the world: blacks, blues, Pacific sails, Pacific blues, so on and so forth. But the only one I never caught, or even had been a part of, was a Mediterranean spearfish. So let's talk a little bit about that great day. And I was telling somebody about that day. They wanted to know all the information. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? The best part of it was we went out, we put a spread, and we were eating French pastries, French baking, while we're out fishing. That was the best part. We're just sitting there eating these French like pizzas with these caramelized onions. It was phenomenal.
La pisse
Yeah, it
saladière,
was
it's
so
called. Yeah,
good. But let's,
yeah, it
if,
is.
if we can talk, and I'd like both of you to comment because you've both fished that area. Uh, but as we bring it up, let's talk about our trip that day. Um, you have a smaller boat just for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a small boat, like a 7 meter, like 25 foot or so, I would say.
Uh-huh.
And that I actually bought for Johan so he can prepare his skill, start learning how to drive a boat and go fishing on his own and stuff like that. And basically, we started finding out that there's a couple of spearfish around our area. And yeah, for the last 5 years or so, we've been aiming for them. And basically, we found out that they're not too far and that the spread is pretty similar to the one we use for the marlin fishing. I fish really simple for the blues. And so I switched and I did the same way for the spearfish in our area. And and basically in our leader area, there's a garden, a place that I call the garden, where basically we're almost raising a spearfish each time we go in that area. So when you came and visit 2 years ago, we were like, "Hey, Fly, we need to go and try that." And it's only like 3 or 4 miles offshore, so it was really funny. And it was the start of the season for them. And we pulled the hook on the first one because we were not even ready. We were just
No.
putting the lines in, and we were like, "Whoa, okay, what was that?" Okay, so it was the little spearfish. And yeah, and then the next thing you know, half an hour later in the same area, we hooked up the other one. We were just the two of us on the boat. So I have the video. You should have it as
No,
well. I
no,
mean,
I got it
it's
too. No, it's great. And I got some
it's
great
kind of
pictures.
hectic. Yeah,
We
just
took
the two of us
we
on
took
it.
a couple
And
of selfies, me, you, and the spearfish
yeah,
with a tag in it.
yeah, true. Yeah, that was really cool. And it's funny because I did it from a friend of mine as well, Eric Mares from Guadeloupe, that came last year, was yeah, June, about the same time you were here, but a year after. And he never caught a spearfish as well. So I said, Eric, let's go and we take pain au chocolat and the morning bakeries and we try our luck. And the next thing you know, we start trolling in the garden, and he sees a little current or a tip on the water. Something moved, and we're like, okay, weird. So we go next to it, and the next thing you know, we're hooked up on a double header. And we're two on the boat, and we have a double header of little spearfish. We released the two of them. That was really fun. And yeah, it's really cool though. And that day you were there, I was really happy because I didn't know it was the last billfish you were missing, and I'm really happy and proud that we got it together. I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
wow,
it was,
you
I
you
think it
made
was
my day.
cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. They're tiny, but they're now next time you come, we changed the gear. Now I troll with 12-pound line.
So now that you're talking about the gear, describe a little bit about your gear and what your spread looks like.
Okay, for the spearfish, okay. Basically it's simple. The boat has outrigger, And I use 2 rods per outrigger, long right, long left, short left. I put a top water teaser, like a Molecraft squid chain bar, squid chain. I trolley very simple. And the clips on the rigger, they're really, how to say, they're not tight. They're quite loose somehow. And they do like kind of pinkish color. In fact, I found it out kind of pinkish and black green. Black green like the mackerels, and the pinkish for the little flying squids we have in the area. So, and then I keep it really simple, too short, too long. And trolling speed is about 7 knots, just to have a clear spread and awake more. And yeah, it works out fine. And so basically the rods I'm using, they're 20, 30 pound rods, 20 and 30 stand up. And then Penn International 16-pound reels loaded with 30 pounds mono. But the thing is, basically, we don't have fun. We just tow them in, a small spearfish, like between 10 and 20 pounds, we just tow them in. So 2 years ago, just after you came, we put down the gear down to 6 to 12 pound rods, 2 little accurates, the high speed ones they made for the billfish, and loaded with 12-pound mono. And that is just really cool. In fact, they're really cool. That's really
Johan,
fun.
what's your favorite lure to use to catch the
Oh man,
your
for the
personal
spearfish,
favorite? Being that you're the tagging champion 3 years in a row, what is your secret?
hey man, I'm not the only one that tagged them. I'm lucky enough to have my father, who's here as well, to guide me to where they are. So it's a team sport as well, not
No,
my
I know,
only skill.
I just want to know what's your favorite. What's this?
Sure.
It's just between the 3 of us. What's your secret?
Are you sure? Because it's a bit of a secret, man. I don't know for sure. So we're fishing heavy right now with the black bars, but the small heads. So I like to fish mostly with the Cabo Prolers.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of holes where the bubbles and the oxygen can go through. But I also like the tuna candies as well. Really good. So yeah, the Cabo Proler tuna candies and little black bar bullies. They're really good as well. They have the little pop inside the head, so it makes a big splash. They carry a lot of bubbles. No, I really like those 3 heads for the spearfish for sure.
And then what size
And we
hooks
can
are you
say
guys? What size hooks are you guys using?
But they're
They're what?
Yeah, we're using
small.
Oh, small.
yeah small. No, we're using small thing. What we recently tried were the BKK Kajikis. So yeah, that's what we tried most recently. I think it was last summer. The ratio was actually quite good on them. So we were looking into different hooks, but we'll see what we go with this year.
Okay.
No, what I wanted to say a big shout out to Jack from Black Bart Lures, because I've been a bit tricky with him, asking him some special head colors with the skirt colors that I want, and I know how they produce them because we visited that with Carrie and Frothy 2 years ago, and so I just wanted to thank him for being very patient for me, and when I made some
We're
special
asking
requests.
a lot of questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I
No,
love
it's
it.
cool. No, then there's one thing that, because I don't think a lot of European guys, and especially not people from our area, will listen to this podcast or the show we're having. But to be honest, and between us, like you said, what is working really well, to be honest, is the switch and bait. That's really that's really working out fine. It's just that the
with the
people here,
spearfish.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. We
Yeah.
can bring them 2 meters, like 6 feet behind the boat. The thing, I don't talk too much about it. I don't show videos about it, because the sad part of it is that the people in our area, sometimes they're just pricks, fuckers, if I can say so, because they will just kill them.
Listen, we throw the word fuck around here like it was seasoned salt. It's okay. You can say
Okay,
it.
perfect. Okay, so yeah, those fuckers, as the spearfish are not protected in our area, and the people that don't have an open-minded brain, they're narrow-minded, they will just kill all of them. So basically, I just don't talk about it. I don't show it. I do it with my son. I do it with close friends. Next time you do, we didn't do it together, but next time you come, we'll do it together, because they really respond to it like like whiteys, like blues, like stripies. You can bring them just behind your engine. They don't care. They
That's
just
so
don't
cool.
care, and you can do it. That's really cool. But I'm saying that to my friends now on the podcast, and for you guys in the US, that really works in our area, you know. But I just don't want to spread the word out here because they will slaughter them, and they are my friends. I don't want to slaughter the spearfish. That's it.
No,
No,
listen,
yeah, that
there should be some kind of protection. I listen, I'm not opposed to somebody harvesting a billfish if you're going to eat
No,
it
no, no,
or
neither
term
am
it.
I.
But to go and just stack them up for stacking them up sake is
no,
I
yeah,
don't think
that's
it's
exactly
worth
what
it.
they're doing.
That that's so.
That's why I didn't mention because I was thinking about it. I was like, should I mention it? I know it's going to be big in the US, but no one here is
Well,
going to listen to it.
here's
But
something.
yeah,
I mean, here's something. Being that we have a platform to talk about it, uh, the fact that you guys are getting so much recognition globally for the fact that you're tagging them. You know, suddenly these people that instead of harvesting, tag them, get some global recognition on being a fisherman, a global fisherman. Um, I know, listen, right, when I went to visit you, we ended up fishing that Monaco tournament. And
Yeah.
El Gato, what
Yeah,
did
El
he catch?
Gato,
Like,
the cat,
he caught like
Antoine.
21 of them
Yeah, no,
yeah,
more
in
than
two
that. 30,
days.
31,
32.
31. He
31.
won
Okay, I knew he caught
18.
a lot.
Yeah, 18 on day one, 13 on day two. That was insane. That was really insane. He was on
That's a
fire.
lot of
That was really cool.
spearfish.
Yes, it is. But the best area, and I did speak with him earlier, and I forgot to call him. I need to call him back. It's Vince Riera from the Balearic Island in the Med
Uh-huh.
as well.
Uh-huh.
He won again the top tagging captain for the spearfish because he's really aiming for them as well, and he fishes really well. I never fished with him, but we do share a lot by WhatsApp on calls and stuff like that. And yeah, but like you said, if you harvest one, it's not a problem. The first one I caught was, I don't know, 20 something years ago by accident. I kept it and I ate it. Okay. To be honest, I didn't really like the meat and I'm not a big fish eater. So, but the problem here, to come back again, like you said, harvesting one is one thing. The problem here, the mentality is really weird compared to the US. Basically, here, if the fish is not protected, I will just keep all of them. And I don't think about tomorrow because if I let it go, you will get it. But I don't want you to get it. I want to get it for me. You see what I mean? That's the mentality they have here. And like you say, it's a global world, and but way more in the US than Europe again. You know, in Europe, the sport fishing industry is way smaller, and the people with open-minded or open mind, they're kind of it's only the guys who travels, to be honest. You know, the local guys who doesn't travel or who don't travel, sorry for the mistakes, but they
No,
they 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 how do you say, they just don't understand it. They think they're the best because they kill all of them or they killed three and you didn't catch any, you know? It's really yeah, it's weird. It's a
it's
weird
listen,
mentality. So I'm
it's education. You have
yeah,
to ed
true. Yeah, first, yeah.
you have to educate them. If you look over the years, here in the United States, we used to kill all of them.
Yeah,
We
true.
used to kill them
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
But
maybe. Yeah, yeah,
it
but
will come
look,
with the years.
yeah, it's
it will
been a
come in
lot
the
of years.
yeah, too many. But look, in the US, for example, you were saying the Billfish Foundation is celebrating the 40th anniversary this year because I recall it was founded in '86, if I recall, by one of the big US family like Rockefeller or something
Rockefeller.
like. Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, that's yeah. Because I mean, and I've been following the Billfish Foundation for years. Like Peter said when he gave us when he gave me a recognition when I picked up Laurent's and Marco's award 2 years ago. Um, he told the crowd or the people attending the dinner that I was involved with the Billfish before he started working there, and that was 18 years ago. And yeah, he was right because basically. Um, I caught my first blue marlin in 2001. I killed it, of course, as the first one. And then in 2002, I started releasing them out of Africa. And in 2003, I discovered the Billfish Foundation. Then I subscribed as a member. And I remember I went to the boat show and I met Hélène Peel at that time. And I asked her if I could represent the Billfish Foundation in France. And she was like, well, yeah, why not, you know? And the thing is, I start doing that, but the people here, they didn't follow because they didn't have the education. I even created a tournament by granting the European guys an award for the one who would tag and release most of the billfish. And basically, for 3 years in a row, it was myself and two of my friends that were winning the title because nobody wanted to jump on board. And I was like, okay, you know that, fuck it. You know, I let it go. And I just played with you guys in the US, not on the same level because we don't have the same quantity of fish, but just in the spirit. You see what I mean? That's
Yeah.
important. And now, and to come back on that, 2003, I started tagging the bluefin in the Met. So that was 5 years before we had the ban of harvesting the bluefins. And everybody was telling me, yeah, you're stupid, blah, blah, blah. And I said, hey, listen, guys, the population is dropping. Don't you see it? And I was like, nah, fuck it. Yeah, they're here. You don't know how to fish and so on. And then 5 years later, the bluefin were banned. And I have one tag. In fact, I need to ask Peter. He needs to look into that because one of the bluefins I caught and tagged, released, was caught a year after out of the Balears. And I called it like 10 kilos, like 20 pounds. And it was harvested. The guy, I think he declared it at like 40 pounds or so.
Oh, wow.
A year after in the Balears. So that was really cool, in fact.
Yeah, that's cool. See, that's the cool part. It's when you get the information on both sides, it's really cool to see how they travel, where they go. It gives you an idea because there's so much about all of them we don't know.
No, they don't have boundaries. They don't need no visa, you know. They don't take the plane. They just use their tail and they go out, you know. So that's really fun about it. That's really cool.
I learned a lot about the bluefins when I fished with you while I was there.
Really?
You had some really new techniques for me.
Oh, you need to see more. You have to come and discover more.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that tournament in Morocco. Well, they moved it out of Morocco.
No, Monaco.
I'm sorry, I'm saying Morocco. Monaco.
Yeah, well,
yeah, let's
Morocco
talk about
used to have
that
a
tournament. It was a great tournament, but they moved it out of Monaco because they needed a bigger marina.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because the thing is, before, like I just said, you know, before the bluefin ban in 2008, most of the fishing, or basically still nowadays, most of the fishing done in the Med on the French Riviera is aiming for the bluefins. And before the ban, basically starting mid of August all the way to end of October, every weekend we had a tournament. One tournament per city we had. So Cannes, Nice, Monaco, Antibes, Saint-Tropez, Hyères, Porquerolles. Each of these cities had a fishing club and they had a tournament around the season. Now, when the ban came in 2008, all the people, they got discussed and they said like, okay, I cannot kill any more fish, tunas. Then I don't go fishing anymore. So that went down. All the tournaments dropped. The fishing went down. It really dropped because the people didn't want to spend money to release a fish that they could kill and eat. And then it was not Monaco who started again. It's Beaulieu, where El Gato, the cat Antoine, is now a charter guy there with the fishing club. And they started the tournament again in 2012, I think it was. And for about 6 years or 7 years, he was alone. It was the only tournament we had in the area. So basically, it was the last of the Mohicans, you know, fishing there that just wanted to spend time with their friends and share some drinks and dinners and stuff like that, get together. Then Monaco looked at it and said, like, listen, why don't we do one as well? You know, they're just next to each other. It's only like 5 miles, you know. And so Monaco came up with Guillaume and David, and they created a tournament in which you participated. And basically, the first year they had, I think it was 18 boats. On the second year, they had 32 boats because the Italians started to come in as well. Because Monaco is right at the border. So you had the French guys, you had the Italian guys, and the Monaco guys as well. And the next thing you know, the year when you came, we were, I think, about 40 boats or so, any size, like from 22 feet to 50 foot. But the marina of Monaco, they couldn't take all the boats. So we went to the second marina they have, which is based in Italy. So and that's where you came and
Yeah.
where we
And we
had
went to that great fucking restaurant, man.
oh yeah, that
Oh
was good
my
for
God. That
the pasta.
restaurant. We ate there
Yeah,
twice. We ate there once during the tournament, and then we ate with your family the last night. Oh,
indeed. Yeah, that was nice. We need to come back. Come back anytime. Come and know me,
come
man. We're
on.
waiting for
Woo.
you guys. We
It,
need to go there.
no, no, it was I had a great time. It was a great event, well run. Um, all of it was super nice. The people were great. The parties were great. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
it's different from what you used to and for what you arrange and what you handle and manage yourself. It's because we're not on the same scale, to be honest. And I think you saw it.
Yeah, but that's
It's
why I
different.
like going because I like to see the different ideas. I
Yeah, true.
love
Yeah,
to see
Croatia
the
was different
different.
as well. Yeah.
Croatia was totally different. When I go to Japan, it's totally different. That's why I like going to all these events because I get to see, and I love talking with the organizers, and because I get a lot of people that ask me, "Hey, what do you think? What should we
Yeah,
change?"
true.
And it's like, "Hey, man, you're doing this thing that is, I've seen it over here. This is how they do." Oh, I never. Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. And it's not that I compare because I never go in there and critique unless somebody asks me what I think.
Yeah, I
And
understand. It's
I just
respect.
I don't like being that guy. That's just not me because everybody does something for a reason. I hope everybody does it for a reason. So when they like, hey, what do you think of this? And it's like, I like that idea. You mind if I repeat that idea to somebody else? Because I've been to here and there and the other. Um, and that's what I like to do. I like to see the different things. Of course, it's not going to be the same as what I do over here in the Bahamas or like when you go to the Gulf or you go to Hawaii. Every place has their unique whatever. Uh, one of the things I loved was I believe it was the first tournament night where they had a local like home cooked meal.
Hmm.
It,
Yeah.
here's this lady walking around giving everybody their little pot of food, and which I thought was phenomenal. I thought it was
Yeah,
great.
but that's typical from our area, south of France or Italy, and it's really the food is really important, but especially how do you say the family food, like you saw,
Yeah.
it's really important. It's all also about sharing, and very important is like we need to have your belly full, we need to be sure that you have good food and as much as you want and typical dishes from our area,
God knows I
and
like a
and
full belly, man.
and what is funny, what I like with those tournaments that came up a couple of years afterwards is that basically also during the fishing tournament, we have the depollution tournament as well, meaning that you get a prize for the boat who picks up the most crap in the water, like plastic or pollutions or whatever. And it's quite funny because sometimes, okay, you're in the wrong place, wrong position, no fish. But damn, you have a lot of shit floating on the water. So now what do? You want to win that prize. So you take the lines out and you just take your net out and you get all the garbage out of the water. And
No, I
that's also
remember
that's
that.
really cool.
I
That's really
remember
cool.
that.
Yeah,
The
it's
other
fun.
cool
And
thing, uh, I say garbage. I don't want to say this was not garbage, but we pulled something out of the water that we had to release. We found that turtle that was half dead.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
true. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to remember he had a cut on his
A
back,
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then did we scrape all the barnacles off of him?
Yeah,
You
I
put
have the video
sunscreen
if
as
you
well.
want.
You put
What was it?
sunscreen on as well, I remember. I have the video as
Yeah.
well.
No, we have the video. I can send it to you if you want
No,
to.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
No, what it was is that basically we were just we were trolling in the water was flat calm, and then that turtle didn't move. So basically we came back and we picked her up, and she was quite good size to be honest. And then we saw that, like you said, she had a scar on the shell. She probably got a propeller on her back that cut the shell, attacked a little bit the meat, but not too much. But in the scar between the meat and the shell the barnacles came in there, so it could not heal the
Heel.
right way. So yeah, so we picked it up with Stefan and Papa Pierre, and we took all the barnacles out and everything, and her neck was burned because she couldn't dive anymore. So and then basically I spoke with a lady afterwards who used like a SeaWorld in our area, which is now closed because we cannot bring the people to see those animals anymore anyway. And she said we should have kept the turtle, but it's illegal here to do so. But we would have brought it to her, and they would have brought her to the turtle nursery, you know, and they would have taken care of her. So if it happens again, we'll do that. But she was a big turtle. But then we have the video. Remember how she dove when we cleaned her
Oh, as
back?
soon as we cleaned her off, it was like, oh my God, I'm free again. How
100%.
long
Yeah.
imagine for the barnacles to get that big, how long did she have to be out there like that?
I don't know. I don't know. But then that's where they get the problem, where they start eating the plastic because they cannot dive anymore to get the squids or the jellyfish, you know? So it's yeah, I guess she's lucky. I hope she didn't eat any plastic, but the way she dove was nice. She didn't have any crab by her butt, so that was interesting. But yeah, she was, yeah, like you said, I remember we still have the video. She takes a breathe out and she goes like, whoa, something changed. And then the next thing you know, she's diving. And that
Yeah,
was cool.
it was
That's part
cool.
of our, that's really cool about fishing. Every day you go out, and in fact, a lot of people don't know how much sea life we have outside here, our area. We have the great dolphins, the Stellina dolphins. We have the how do you say? We have whales. We have sperm whales. We have how do you call them?
Philo
Globicephaly in
whale.
English. Pilot
Philo
whales.
whale.
We have manta rays, or not the real manta rays, but a cousin of the manta rays. We have the turtles. We have no, sunfish. What do we have? Yeah, we have a lot of lives around. Lots of life.
No, the Med
Lots
is
of life.
beautiful. The Med
Indeed,
is
it is not
beautiful. I
known. Yeah,
enjoy fishing out of the Med.
yeah. You need to come back. We have so much stuff to do again. You know, I
No,
mean, you
listen,
know.
I'll be back. You better be careful. I might get residency. I can run for prime minister. I'll take on Macron.
Oh yeah, I'll vote for you right away. Don't worry. Don't you don't want to go in politicals. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll put you definitely prime minister for sure, 100%. Oh yeah. We'll fire 98% of the political class in
Oh,
Europe. All of them out. Pew. All of them.
that's so
All
funny.
of them.
Yeah, I could just see me now. Yeah,
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
be-
but yeah.
bearded Cuban guy running for prime minister.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you could. You can. That's yeah, that we
Listen,
can do that
if
here.
I got your vote, I might consider it.
Oh yeah, you get my vote
A lot
100%.
of votes.
Listen, I would work
Yeah.
for 2 croissants a day.
Oh, no, that's not enough. You need to get more. Two croissants and one pain au chocolat.
A one French pizza.
Ooh
And
la
one French
la.
pizza.
Ooh la
Ooh la
la.
la. Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
Then I can
Ooh
hang
la
out
la.
with Papa Pierre.
Exactly. But all the guys, they're all waiting for you. At least all
Yeah.
my
No,
friends that you met,
I,
you're more than welcome here, you
no,
know.
I know. Listen, I had such a good time. Papa Pierre and I would sit up on the bridge. He don't speak a fucking lick of English, but we had the greatest time, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's
I saw
a
him last
cool,
week.
he's a cool dude, man. He's a
Yeah,
cool
he's cool.
dude. I
He
we
farts a lot, man. He farts a lot. He only farts
Well, that's
all the
that way.
time.
Listen, that's a good thing because we can never lose him. That's like tying a bell around a cat, so you know where the fucking
Exactly.
cat is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can
Ah,
follow him. Not by
so,
the smell, but by the noise.
so,
Yeah, but he's a cool guy.
let's talk about what took you to Abidjan and Ivory Coast, because
Well,
what a lot of people know about you is a lot of the fish that you've caught out of Abidjan. So, what caused you to go down there and go fishing? And
okay,
first of all,
so
let's talk about the people that don't know, where is Abidjan?
okay, so Abidjan is it's the biggest city in Ivory Coast, so that's Western Africa. It's just across the border from Ghana. So people probably know about Ghana back in the 90s, mid 90s. It's the next country on the west. It's called Ivory Coast. Used to be a French colony, got how to say freed in 1962, if I recall, or 66. French speaking language, but some of them do speak English. because it's a melting pot. Ivory Coast is really, it's unique on that way. A lot of different population from the surrounding countries came to Abidjan. At least it's a 10 million people city, and the country is 40 million. So 25% of the population is based there. How I ended up coming to Abidjan, so that goes way back in 2002. So the year after I caught my first blue marlin out of Mauritius Islands. It was a huge one, like 320 pounds or so. A friend of mine, Wisu, I was traveling, went to Abidjan in 2001, and he had fun. He fished alone there for a week, and I think he released 6 or 7 blues. And I was like, wow, okay, that's nice. I was like only 25 or 26 years old, and I was like, whoa, dreaming about getting another one. And so with Papa Pierre, we told him, listen, if you go back to Abidjan, we come along. And he was like, well, okay, I'm going back in April 2002. And off we went, the three of us. And the first trip we had was really bad. I mean, we fished 9 days and we released 3 blue marlins. So, but it's marlin fishing, I mean, one every 3 days, it's good, So we decided to go back in November 2002 because there was a charter boat at that time there. And so we had fun in November. I don't remember how many we caught, but I think it was like 15 or 16 in 8 days or 9 days. And so basically it became a habit to go there twice a year. And so we did until 2007 or 8. Then we went 3 times a year. And then in 2009, the charter guy stopped his activity. He stopped being a charter guy, and basically he went to become the captain for Laurent in Morocco.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, wow, okay. But now the thing is, no more charter boat in Abidjan, so no more blue marlin fishing in Abidjan. I was like, hell, that's impossible. No way that's going to happen. So basically, I went back and I was looking for a boat to buy in Abidjan. And I asked a friend of mine, Bertrand, that you will meet one day there. He has a 25-foot Bertram, and I was like, okay, nice. And I said, yeah, okay, do you mind? Can you lend me your boat for a day, And he was like, yeah, of course, yeah, And I said, yeah, don't worry, I'm just gonna catch a marlin bigger than yours, and then I'm back, And he started laughing, and he got a 1,046-pound blue. So I was like, okay. So I told him I'm gonna get bigger and I'm coming home. Damn, I think God heard me that day. And when I arrived in the Baobab, the oil rig, we only caught 1 fish. That was kind of big, and we brought it back in. Everybody thought we were thinking because the boat was leaning so much that it was like, whoa, hold on, let's get your boat out. And I was like, no, get the fish out. And they were like, wow, okay. They looked at it, and the fish was 1,090 pounds. So it was like, okay, out of a 25-foot Bertram, that fish was huge in the boat. And the next thing you know, Bertrand tells me and my friend Alex, he said, listen, there is the sister ship that is for sale. It's a Bertrand 25. And so my friend Alex, that you'll meet as well over there, when I was out of the country, he bought the 25 Bertram, and he said, hey, Steph, here's your present. You got a grander. I bought the boat. Now you refit it if you want, or I sell it. And I was like, okay, no, I'll refit it. And so that's how the Remora started, the Bertram 25, the first boat I had in Abidjan in 2010, that was. And from there, we started fishing for 2 years, was it? 3 years, was it? And man, the blue marlins, they're big in Abidjan. So the boat was a bit small. And I was like, okay, that's not going to work out, because if I start chasing the world record for the Atlantic, which is 1,402 pounds, I mean, I'm never going to handle it on such a small boat. So 2012, we flew to Miami, and we were ready to buy with Laurent out of Morocco. We were ready to buy a bigger boat to import to Abidjan. And the next thing you know, when we're in Abidjan, my mate, Alex, who's from Ghana, he calls me up and he goes like, boss, did you find a boat? And I was like, no, not yet, but we're seeing one this afternoon. He said, well, listen, don't buy one. I found a Cabo 31 in Ghana, and the boat is for sale. And I was like, whoa, okay, that's gonna take a needle out of my foot because it's right next door. It's only 150 nautical miles. And so basically, we bought that boat in 2012 and got it ready for 2013. And since then, basically, since my boat, I'm going there each time I can take holidays. All my holidays, I'm flying down to Abidjan. I'm not traveling the world during the holidays, but I go blue marlin fishing in Abidjan. So basically, that's how it started, you know. And and now, yeah, luckily, we did get some big fish, and it's not it's a remote place, you know. It's far out, and I'm happy Anthony joined us 2 years ago because it's
Talk a
during the
little bit
world tour.
talk a little bit about that because you helped them up quite a bit.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like you said, it's a community, you know, and we're just giving ladders to each other. And basically, when I went to fish your tournament, by the way, the 4th of July in Madeira with Willie Illman from Sweden that fished out of Madeira. So I went doing the tournament for him with my friend Lionel, the French guy, Lionel Dufy. And when we were there, Anthony was starting his world tour, and I was friend with Carrie Chen for a while, and I met Frothy during that trip. And one night, I don't know how come, we just ended up all being together at the restaurant. Fly, Tracy Melton, Anthony, some very nice Mexican guys, fishermen like Julio, and I don't remember the other guy's name, but very friendly guys. And I'm started talking with Anthony and Steve, and we start talking about Abidjan, and they asked me questions. I was like, well, yeah, well, if you want to come, dude, you know, just drop me a message on Facebook, and I'll give you my number, and we'll arrange it. And he was supposed to come in 2023. I don't remember what's the reason he couldn't make it. And then he said, okay, listen, 2024, I'm coming. Can you help me? And I was like, well, yeah, tell me what I can do for you guys. And basically, yeah, we took care because I've been fishing there for 20 years. So I do have a good network over there, if I can say so. And we were in Miami for Johan's trophy to pick up at that time in February 2024. And in the same time, we were with you guys in Florida. The Batco 150 was arriving in Abidjan. So my friend Eli, who you will meet as well, took care of him because over there it's also the same. We're a family. So basically, even if I'm not around, I have my friends from the US coming in by boat, and my guys onshore are going to treat him like a family, you know? So they did, and I know they had a good run. They had a good trip over there. I'm happy with it, and I think they enjoyed it as well. I know they were a bit scared because it's Western Africa. It's a lot of Africans, and you know, okay, he's American and so on. And I'm like, but listen, dude, over there, they don't care about your color, your religion, your wealth, who you are, whatever you do. We're as one. Okay, we cut each other. We're already inside. As simple as this. And so we took care of the guys and his crew and Anthony and everybody for during their stay. And they came back. They were supposed to fish with me again last year in 2025. But the fishing was really slow because I was celebrating my 50th birthday, and you were supposed to come as well, Fly, for the
Yeah,
last
but
week.
hold on a second. Don't make it sound like I dropped out. Explain
No,
why.
I called you up because basically what I started fishing in April all the way to May for 50 days in a row, and damn, the season was slow. There was no current. The water was flat calm, and it's not good for the marine activity. So basically, every day I was hoping, you know, to the current to come in and the thing, how to say, the setup to get together, and
Yeah.
it did not. So basically, I called up Anthony and I said, okay, I'm not a liar. We don't know each other, but I'm not a liar. So I said, Anthony, listen, the season is not correct. Last year you had a blast. This year you're gonna break your teeth on here, and I don't want that. So listen, Cape Verde is good. Cape Verde seems to get on fire. So call Jonathan, the captain of the 150. Call them up, take the boat up to Cape Verde, and you guys go and have fun there and so on. And because basically, sorry, I jumped one step. They came back from Ascension Island. So we met at that time when I started my 50 days trip. They
Yeah.
just came in, so we had a dinner together, and I said, okay, I'll keep you posted. And when it's really on fire, I'll call you guys up and you hop on, you know. And the next thing you know, I called them up and said, listen, take your boat out, go to Cape Verde because it's a bad season. It's, to be honest, it's the worst season I've had there in, I don't know, 20 years. And so they moved to Cape Verde. They had a great times over there. And then you were supposed to come for the last week, and I called you up and I said, "Okay, listen, Fly, the season is not correct. We're not getting the numbers we're supposed to get." And basically, on 50 days, I think I released 42 fish or so, which is really low compared to what we should have done. And so I told you to cancel your flight and we'll postpone it. And this year, for the moment, it seems to be a much better season. So I was there 3 weeks ago with Johan. We fished 6 days. We raised 19. We hooked 10. We released 4, and a small one died on us. So they were not biting well, but the numbers were there. So this season seems to be correct. So keep your agenda open
Yeah,
around May.
I'll keep my agenda flexible.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%, because you need to come. And I'll see, maybe we need to hook up with Carrie. So Carrie, the Fly, and then maybe my friend Eric from Guadeloupe. Oh, guys, I'm gonna
Well,
take
I
care of
think
you in
that'll
Abidjan for
be a
sure.
good time. That'll be a good time. Now, Johan, what is your favorite memory from Abidjan?
Oh, from Abidjan. All right, so I can go for I have two options. I have the second potential world record we released, quote unquote, or we have the last trip we just did because
Listen,
the last
just
trip was really
what's your favorite? You can tell me, you can tell the stories of both. We got plenty of time. We don't pay by the minute here.
So I'll go from the most recent. I'll go from this trip because this trip was really extraordinary, in my point of view, if you can say so. Because I've been to Abidjan this was my seventh time actually. I went to Abidjan. So my first time being when I was 12. But this trip was really remarkable because I've always been with other people and I was young, so I wasn't always fishing. I wasn't always the one next up in the chair or in the stand up. But this trip was just me as a fisherman. So it was my father up on the roof, myself on the dock with the two mates, Alex and Bafana, and so every fish was mine. I don't like to be greedy, but sure, I do love marlin fishing, and so it was such a good trip. And to be able to see all those fish and to fish all of them, I had just a blast of a week. It was insane, and I've been able to finally, if I can say so, catch my first blue marlin stand up, which I've never been able to before because I was also small and weak. But now I've had the experience, and man, blue marlin fishing stand up on 80 pound is insane, and I've had such a great week. It was an insane experience. I mean, just my father and I, we had such a great time. It was a really good time.
What was the biggest fish you caught?
So we broke one that was pretty big. We estimated it 700, I think. 600 plus.
Okay.
No, more. It was 700 plus.
700 plus. Yeah.
But what's the
Uh,
biggest you caught?
Caught. So yeah, the biggest one I've caught was actually on Anthony's World Tour.
No, no,
It
no, no,
was
no, no,
in
no. Which one was the biggest you caught in Abidjan this last trip?
in Abidjan. In Abidjan, it would have been that one, but otherwise it's
No, no, you didn't catch that one. What's the biggest
no, no,
one
no,
you
yes.
caught?
The
You
biggest
don't
one I've caught
listen
is
very
probably
well, do you?
no. Sure, I do, but no, the,
What's
the
the
biggest
biggest
one
one
out
you
of
caught
Abidjan
on that last trip that's so memorable?
on that last trip, it's a 600 pound fish. Yeah,
Okay, what did it eat?
600 pound. It ate the long right.
What did
Lure
you
you do
have
not
on there
fish
on
on
the
the black
long right?
road.
What did you have out there for the long right?
So on the long right, it's a Marlin Magic head with a black barred skirt. It's a white, blue, black. So
What's
WBB.
what was the name of the
what
head?
does it
It's a
represent?
RPP?
It's a no,
No,
Marlin Magic head.
it's a ruckus. It's a large
It's okay.
ruckus head. Okay, and the skirt is the black bar skirt. The color is the WBB for white, blue, black. It's my
Okay.
favorite color, and the head is
Listen,
amazing.
you can't go wrong with a ruckus. I love a ruckus.
Oh, they are
A
amazing
Marlin
lures.
Magic ruckus. So I listen, I gotta get him. We gotta get the lingo. He's in his internship. Right now, he's getting a failing grade. He's
Exactly.
getting a failing grade. He knows it's Marlin Magic. Listen, that's the make. What's the model? You got to give me
Right,
the
yeah,
model.
I didn't get to that part.
No, 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 no. Wait, what do you mean you didn't get to it? I asked you like 3 times.
No, I know, I know.
What do you
But
mean you didn't get to it? Shit, you
for me,
couldn't even
it's
get me
for
to
me.
the size of the biggest blue marlin you caught. You're like, well, I lost the one. I don't give a shit about the one you lost. Tell me about the biggest one you caught.
Exactly.
No, yeah, so
Man,
it was that one.
No, because the biggest one he's got was actually, to come back on Anthony. How do you say? After me and my network helping him out in Abidjan, he asked me for an invoice. He said, "Okay, what's your fees? For the service you made?" And I was like, "Well, listen, that's not my job. First of all, second of all, you asked me to come and fish Abidjan, so basically you asked me for a favor." And I'm like, "Okay, we're here to help."
yeah.
So, and okay, later on, his accountant called me and said, "Okay, we have an issue." I said, "Okay, how can I help?" He said, "Well, I don't find your invoice." And I said, "Listen, you will not get any invoice. No way, out of the question." So then basically Anthony said, "Okay, well, we're going to invite you guys to join us for fishing." I was like, "Well, listen, we didn't do anything in expecting anything in return. And the next thing you know, okay, off we go. We're invited to go to the Azores. And so we went just, to see how the guys on Batco, like Obi, Steve, and all those guys are working and how they're fishing. Because again, I'm evaluating or elevating myself alone out of Abidjan. So I just read on the magazine, on Marlin magazine. I read what the guy says. I've been following Steve for years because for me, he's one of the greatest captain out there in
He's
the
phenomenal.
damn. He's a Bible of knowledge. So I was just spending my day on the way out with Obi down on the deck and while fishing with Steve up on the bridge, and we're on the way back in, and they spot a fish at 300 feet down, and the next 15 seconds the fish is up on the short right and miss it, and goes on the long left and hooks up. And from there, Anthony goes like, "Johan, get in the chair." And Johan is like, no.
Oh,
And Anthony goes like, "Johan, you get in the chair." And he goes like, "No, sir, it's your fish." And he goes like, "Johan, you get in the fucking chair." Oh, he didn't swear. I did. And then Johan goes and he fights that fish. And that fish was a nice fish. So that's why he talked about that fish earlier. It was like 800 plus, I would say.
That's a
And
nice fish.
unfortunately, yeah, it is a nice fish, but the gesture was just, it was not part of the deal, if we can say so. But it's part of fishing, we share. So
No, exactly. We share. We help each other out.
yeah, exactly. So that was really fun, though. It was, and I'm happy we helped him. It's really, he's a really cool guy. His crew is amazing, and his guys are really cool, and I'm happy we helped him out. That's we
Well,
we put our little stone in the wall.
that
That's, if I can say so.
listen, that's how it all works, man. We help each other out. We
Exactly,
help each other out.
100%.
So one of the things that I've heard the most about in Abidjan is about the cashews.
The cashews.
I
Oh
want I
yeah.
want to talk about the cashews, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah, no worries,
hey
man.
man.
Look, he's even got a bag with him right there.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of them. If you want some, I know I cannot send you food,
I
but
can't. You can't ship them here. But when I was fishing
you'll
with
come.
you, I was eating the shit out of them cashews. They were delicious. But
Yeah, because
it comes from somebody very special.
yeah, la grosse, we call them the fat one, because she's fat, but she's so cool. But again, you have to come and experience Abidjan and Ivory Coast, but mainly Abidjan because it's quite of unique. For example, we can say, um, who is that black guy there? Do you know him? And the guy, and to an African guy, and the guy said, "Yeah, okay, yeah, true." And then same, the African, or I can ask, "Do you know the white guy over there?" And they don't care. And listen, I'm black, or say I'm white, they're black. And he said, "Boss, you're white, so white is a color, black is a color. So you don't know the guy there." So he said, "Do you know that guy? Which one? The black one, the white one?" They don't mind. Anyway, and so the fat one, la grosse in French, it's a lady, and damn, she's been providing me with peanuts and cashews for the last, I don't know, 15 years or 20 years. And And I call her la grosse. I call her the fat one, and it's not a disrespect way, you know. She's fat, she knows, and that means she's in good health. She eats a lot and she eats good, so it's really cool. And basically, she sells the peanuts. That's her job. She sells peanuts, cashews, and cocoa, and ginger, and mangoes, avocados, whatever. And she's right in front of the boulangerie, the bakery, where I buy my baguette and my pain au chocolat in the morning before going fishing. And yeah, and basically each time when I go there, I made her some orders, and she cooks them right in front of you. She cooks the peanuts and the cashew, and she can have salty cashew or sugary cashew, and same with the peanuts. And man, she's unique. Yeah, we call her like an auntie, you know. She's the auntie now. So
And that's why I wanted to talk about her because when we were on the bridge of your boat,
mm,
and I'm eating these cashews, you start telling me the story of this lady and all her kids and grandkids.
mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
and
she's
that's the
cool.
best part of traveling is meeting people like that.
Oh, you'll meet her, and the thing is, again, that you will see that that's what happened. When was that? It was in no December when I was there with my friends. The videos we have now out on YouTube. Um, I brought my camera guy with me, Jan. He's a Filipino, very nice guy, and it's the first time he goes to Africa and first time to Abidjan. And so I stopped by the bakery on day one, and then the girl sees me and she goes, "Hey, mon petit, like my son, you know." And so we come, we hug each other, and so on. And she goes, "Oh, with who did you come?" Because she knows all my friends for the last 20 years, you know. And she goes like, "Oh yeah, these guys are from Cameroon. Yeah, yeah, that's my friend Alex and Olivier. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know this Filipino or this Asian guy." And I goes like, "No, Jan, it's the first time." "Oh, his first time. Wait." She goes back to her little store and she comes back with a mango, papaya, cashew, peanut, ginger, and she hands him the bag and he's like, what am I supposed to do? And I was like, "You just say thank you." And she goes like, he's like, "Why?" She goes like, "Because this is your welcoming gift. You know, it's welcome to Ivory Coast. You know, that's how they go. That's really Ivory Coast. And Fly, trust me, you're gonna experience that and you're gonna
No,
love it. I
I'm
mean,
looking forward to every time we talk, the first thing I say, I ask about the cashew lady.
Abidjan.
I
Yeah, oh
always
yeah,
ask
she's
about the
really good.
cashew lady, man, because
Oh, you have the
that's
cashew lady, and you have the guys by the red light. You have young guys who had polio, and yeah, he's handicapped. And each time he sees me, man, he runs, try to run to come and see me. And I wait for him, and I give him a little tip, you know, like 1.5 euros, like one. It's a 1,000 local money note. He can
uh-huh.
he can feed himself all day long for that. But you'll see the people are really friendly, and La Grosse, you'll see her every day. And on the last day when we buy the things to put in the luggage, man, she's always exaggerate. She gives you a lot of stuff extra. Cocoa powder and ginger powder and a lot of stuff. It's really fun. It's really cool.
That's
And
the
to be
best part
honest,
of traveling.
you so that your friends that are listening to us can understand. She's so fat that last time she was pregnant of her last daughter, we couldn't even see she was pregnant. And the next thing we know, she comes out with a baby and it goes like, "Hey, Sophia, what is this?" She goes, "It's my last baby." I said, "But when did you give birth?" She was like 3 months ago. I said, "But you were pregnant?" She goes like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oops." But she's so cool, man. I really love her. She's really
No,
cool.
that's good. How many kids
I need
does
to
she
take a
have?
picture. I'll take a picture with her next
Yeah, you
time.
should.
She's really cool.
Listen, I know I will. I'm going to take a picture with her and I'm going to post her.
Oh
Listen,
yeah,
I've
she's
heard
oh
so much about her. I want to meet her.
yeah, she's really cool. She's
How's
really
her
cool for
English,
sure.
or does she only speak French?
No, she only speaks French, but she'll find a way to speak with you. Don't worry. They always find a way.
Listen,
They will
I
find a
know
way.
for everybody, give me some love. I just want a hug, man.
Eh, oh, she will watch out when she hugs you. You're gonna disappear. No, no, she's
No,
really cool.
listen, that's the great part. That's the great part of
Yeah.
when you travel is these people that you meet, like Papa Pierre.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you'll see.
mean,
But and you'll see to come back on Abidjan and on La Grosse, you know, for example, you'll see when I brought Johan the first time to Abidjan, I think he was 9 years old. Yeah,
No,
about
no,
that,
I
nine
was I
years
was 11.
or 11 the
I was
first time you
11.
came?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
was 11.
yeah, after Morocco, 11 years old. So the next thing you know, you see me with my son there walking down the streets in Abidjan, with the guards in front of the bakery or La Grosse and people like that. And those guys, they love kids, you know? So basically, they met my son. They were like really happy with that, and they met him. The trip after, I come back and I'm alone with my friends, not with my son. And they all come up to me and goes like, "Where is my son? Where is my nephew? Where is he? I haven't seen him. I want to meet him. Where is he?" You know? And basically, you become family right away, you know? And it's really unique. And it's man, if the world could be in the same spirit that they have there, woo, we will be all fishing and having fun. 100%.
It's not that hard, man. It's not that
I
hard.
know. Just give love, man.
Yeah,
Just give love.
exactly. Now,
Yeah, it's simple.
talk about your two mates, because you've always spoken so highly of them.
Oh, they're cool, man. They're super cool. Alex started basically. I met Alex at Petobgor. He's from Ghana. I met him when I fished Cape Verde in 2012 with Laurent from Morocco on the boat called Gladius. It's a GNS 50 based in Morocco. Fouad, the owner, invited Laurent and myself to fish with him for a week. And when we were coming back from fishing, you know, the mate cleans the boat and so on. But basically, this time when they were docking the boat or parking the boat, this guy comes up and he started washing the boat. And I was like, wow, okay, that's weird. It's he looks in good shape. He looks strong and everything. It's funny that he's on shore, you know. And then after 2 or 3 days, I start talking with him and he speaks English. And I was like, whoa, where are you from? And he goes, I'm from Ghana. I was like, hold on, what? You're from Ghana and you're in Cape Verde and you're washing a boat at the end of the day? What's the catch? And he goes like, well, no, I had a bad story and so on. I don't know, with his ex-boss and so on. So he didn't have any papers and stuff like that. So he was just basically stuck there. And on the last day, I asked Jono and Jimmy, the mate and the captain of the boat, if they don't mind if I invite him on board, you know, just to bring him, you know, offshore. So, you know, that will change from washing a boat. And the guy's like, well, hey, no problem, just take him along, you know. So he comes along and then he goes in his cat corner. I call him like that. He goes in the corner and he doesn't move there, just watch the lures. And man, he was seeing the marlins way before Jono on the tower would see them. And I was like, whoa, okay. And he said, listen, I'm just refitting my boat in Abidjan. So if you ever come back to Ivory Coast or to Ghana, you know, come to Ivory Coast and, you know, you have a job, you work for me. And he was like, okay, sir, I'll see. And so basically, when we left, I gave him a good tip to help him out. And that was in May 2012. And in September 2012, I get a phone call out of Ghana. And I have a young guy calling me up and he said, hello, boss. I said, yes, how can I help you? And he goes like, listen, Alex told me to call you saying he's now in Dakar, Senegal, and he's going to take the taxi Bruce, like the bus's taxi out of Dakar all the way down to Ghana. That took him like 15 days to do so, to go back home. And then when he came back there, he called me up and he said, okay, sir, I'm in Ghana. Do you still have a job for me? And I was like, yeah, in October, I'll be in Abidjan. You join me. So he came and yeah, he basically, man, he's a good guy. And I tried to show him how to do the winds on and everything like this. And he looked at me and goes like, no, boss, you don't do it like this. I'll show you how to do it. And he started doing to me the Australian way.
Okay.
And I was like, well, listen, hold on. You didn't show that to me, but where did you learn that? He goes, well, when I was in Ghana, I fished with Jono, the skipper of the Gladius. When he was there, I fished with him for 7 years. So basically, he's my teacher. And I was like, okay, I don't want to see any more what you do. Just do it. I know Jono very well. And if he's your teacher, man, I don't even look at what you do. I just trust you. And so we've been working together since then, October 2012. And we're still on. He's my first mate. He's for me one of the best linemen I've seen at least in Africa for sure. He's like, wow, he's a rodeo guy. He's the Marlin rodeo driver or cowboy. And the second guy, Bafana, he's another story, man. This guy, when you will meet him, he doesn't speak English at all, but you will speak with him, no problem. He's from Burkina Faso, which is the country up north of Ivory Coast. There is no sea, only desert, sand, and he's really funny. And Burkina Faso means in their language, it's how do you say, the integrity man. It's a man of integrity, 100%, that's what it means. So they're up to it. They're really a very friendly population. Man, he knows shit about fishing. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know how to do a knot. He doesn't know how to do anything. Um, Man, he's so funny. He is such a funny guy, always having a joke. He will cut himself in two for you. And every morning, Alex tells him, okay, if the rod starts here, it's on a long right. You first take the short right out, then you move to the short left and then the long left. Yes, yes, yes. What happens? He goes on the long left right away. He forgot to go on the short right. But now to defend him, because I really love that guy, basically he didn't go to school. So he doesn't know how to read, he doesn't know how to write, and his brain is not formatted the way we are. So basically he registers some information, but not all of it. So you have to repeat oftenly. But man, he's such a cool guy that he will stay with me in my team forever. I mean, for sure, 100%. He knows how to tag the fish, that's for sure, because he's the one applying the tag. But dude, last time I have the video. I need to find it. I'll show it to you, and you'll put it online because I mean, it's a small fish, like I don't know, 200-pound blue marlin coming next to the boat, and it's probably the first one he tags, and he holds the tag like a fucking javelin. And Alex lines the fish, and Bafana is maybe, I don't know, 3 meters behind Alex. And Bafana says, "Are you ready?" And Alex goes like, "Yeah, I'm holding the fish. What the fuck are you doing?" He said, "But are you ready? Can I tag?" And he goes like, "Hell yeah, what the fuck are you waiting for?" And then Bafana comes running across the bridge with the tag and goes like, kaboom, into the marlin. And then the marlin, when he got hit like that, the marlin goes back on the tail and starts jumping, goes like, "What the fuck happened to me?"
Yeah,
And Bafana
you
is
scared
like,
him.
yeah, and he's so, and Bafana was proud, and he goes back with the tagging stick, drops it, and he looks at me and he's super proud, And I was like, "Dude, do it, but not that hard. Just you just go like pick." He goes like, "Yeah, but boss, it needs to come in." And I was like, "Yeah, but it comes in easy. The meat is soft." And he goes like, "Yeah, well, it's strong. I have to hit hard." Oh man, I'll find a video. I'll send it to you, man. You'll
Oh
see,
my
man.
God,
It's
that's
so
so
funny.
funny. When I
That
was
is
first
really funny.
taught how to tag a fish, I was taught to tag a fish like if you're shaking his hand, not holding the tag stick overhand, but like this, like you're shaking somebody's hand. And just once you line it up, you just go whack and done. And like
Okay.
you said, the meat is very soft. The skin is a little tough, but
Yeah.
the way it's designed, all you need to do is pierce the skin and it slides right in.
True. Yeah, true.
You don't
But I'll
you
find you
don't
the
need
video.
to go after. Well, man, he starts
Oh
three
yeah.
foot
Oh,
back.
I'll find it. No, not 3 foot, 9 foot back, three
Oh my
meters
God,
behind the chair. And
it's like a javelin.
oh yeah, and he was so happy and proud. I was like, and since then, well, now he learned, and he really puts them nicely and where he needs to be put. Where no, he's really a cool guy. But anyway, and now his son. I'm paying the school for his son, and wow, it sounds a lot. No, it's like fucking 200 euros a year. So like $200 a year for the school for his kids. So.
Oh,
Um, so that's nothing anyway. But now his son is teaching him to read and write. So it's really funny. It's really cool. I like it. It's really
oh, that is
it's an
so
African
cool.
story. Yeah, it is an African story. So and same, if you I posted some videos from the last trip in December, and man, I stopped the comments on the video because I showed the fats that the local guys put there.
Uh-huh.
And on each fats, you have the buoy, and then you have a little boat attached to it. And on the boat, there is two guys. Those two guys, they're the habitants. The local. They live on the fat for a week, Monday to Monday. And so we made a video about it, and I explained on the video in French, what the guys are doing, that they stay there on daytime, they just wait a little bit, they catch a little bit of fish. At nighttime, they put a power generator on, they put the lights on, to attract more fish around and so on. Man, you should have seen the comments I got on Facebook, like I'm a slave. No, I heard say no, I'm a slaver. I heard say they're my slaves and stuff like that. And And I'm like, wow. I said, listen, they make 150 euros a month, which is 100,000 local money, which is above the minimum average salary. Plus, they do some trades with different pirogue guys and so on. And that is typical how Africa, that's how they work on their side. They do their stuff. And the guy got me so wrong. That I turned off the comments because the people started like I told you, putting comments and stuff like that without knowing what we were talking about. So and those guys again, you'll experience that, and Kerry has experienced it, and Anthony has experienced it, and Frothy as well, and you will really see the kindness, and you will understand the spirit, how it goes, how you can help each other, and how you help each other very easily, because over there, again, we're both red inside, so we're the same. Of course, you know how to write, how to read. He doesn't, but we're going to help him, and he's going to walk with me. And it's funny, I have a picture now coming up as we're talking. When we were there with Batco, Anthony calls me up on the radio, and he said, guys, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, well, we're going to go to a restaurant, and he said, well, why don't you come over for a dinner? And I'm like, yeah, okay, why not? I said, but Anthony, when you say we come over, who are you talking about? And he goes like, well, your crew. And I'm like, yeah, you mean Frothy and Carrie, or Frothy, Carrie, Bruno, Bafana, and Alex? And he goes like, no, all of you guys. And I was like, okay. So I tell that to the boys. They go like, whoa, okay, that's going to be quite something. And Bafana, that's the funniest part. Just to show you the thing, we come on Anthony's boat, and they greet us like kings, and they treat us like, wow, amazing guys, and my crew as well, like my mates and everything. And now we started sitting down on the table for dinner, and Bafana is sitting next to me, and he looks at me and he goes like, boss, I have a problem. I goes like, okay, what is your problem? How can I help you? He goes, I don't know how to eat with a fork and knife. And I'm like, okay, so what's the situation? He said, well, I cannot eat with my hand. Look where we're sitting. And I was like, do you want me to ask the boss if you can do so? And he was like, yeah, but don't you think it's embarrassing? I said, no, no, no. I will explain to him that this is how it works. And I told that to Anthony, and Anthony was like, no, please, eat with your fingers. And himself starting pouring the chicken apart with his fingers just to show him. So anyway, that was fun. And then this next thing you know, his chief stewardess, the ladies are around, and they're providing you the food. And he goes like, still Bafana, and he goes, boss, there's a problem. And he goes like, okay, what problem now? He goes, well, there's something wrong. It's a white lady that is giving me food. And I was like, and so what? He goes like, yeah, but this is not correct. She should not give me food. I said, dude, you're invited. That's the way it is, and it's all these little things that we're in the same world, no matter the color, again, the size, but you see the mentality they have. It's weird. It's really weird, but
it's not what he's grown up with.
No, exactly. And the way we greet him like this, and when Anthony gave them that experience, it was just like, whoa, it's they're happy and they're proud of it. They do wear the Batco company t-shirt proudly, but he's still ashamed about that moment because he felt different, because he couldn't use the fork and knife. And I was like, dude, that you eat with your hands, it's the way it is. So anyway, so that's the parenthesis about my crew. They're just amazing guys.
He wanted to ask, he asked, and
yeah, exactly.
Now he got a chance to go and eat with everybody and be a part of the team the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly. And that's why I didn't want to get it wrong, because they're part of my guys, they're my team. When I go out sometimes to restaurants, I bring them. I stopped doing it, to be honest, not recently, but a couple of years ago, actually, when Johan tried to beat the Blue Martin world record there, because we were going to restaurant and saying he couldn't eat with fork and knife. So I felt more embarrassed. Yeah, I didn't want him to feel bad. You see what I mean? And I felt him embarrassed. So now when we go, the last day, we go to a restaurant on Île Boulet, and basically we eat typical Africans. So now we eat with our hands, and he's happy. He's like, and he prepares you the bowl of rice, how to say, the little bowl of rice with his hands, and he put you the fish on top of it and the little pepper sauce, and he goes like, you go slow on the chili because it's strong, you know. And I was like, yeah, but he's really happy, you know. So it's
That's
really fun. I
awesome.
like, yeah, I like it. I like it. So anyway, that's a parenthesis about those guys, and
No, listen, I think that's cool. Listen, I've eaten with my hands when I'm in the Middle East because the old
they do the
traditional
same.
way is eating
100%.
with your hands,
Yep. Yeah,
you
true, true,
know?
true. And
So
we're not used to it, so that's it.
listen, it's like when you go to, well, when I go to Japan, because I go quite often, I'll go and I'll pull out my chopsticks and they're like, ooh, you know how to use chopsticks? I'm like, first of all, I've been coming here for like 12 years. I know how to use. Last night I had my dinner. I made homemade pho. I made chicken and shrimp pho, and
Okay.
or pho,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm using my chopsticks. I use my little soup spoon, and I use chop. I like using chopsticks when I'm eating noodles. Now, what I really should do is bring some chopsticks when we go back to Italy and order spaghetti. Oh my
Oh, oh,
God, would that be awesome?
I
I,
don't know how the Italians gonna like that. I'm not sure. I
oh
don't know
no,
how they're gonna
listen,
like it.
you want to talk about getting upset. Italians, when they're with their cooking, they're very, very regimented.
Oh, if you go in Italy, you can, yeah, maybe take the chopstick, they will love, but don't ever take a knife out to cut your pasta
Oh,
in front of an
no, no,
Italian
no,
guy.
no, 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 no,
They will
no.
cut your head out.
No, 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 no. I listen, I don't I like the twirl method.
Yeah, no, yeah, you know how it works. You take the fork, you take only two little twist, and you spin them.
Yeah,
Then you lift it up, and up you go.
yeah.
Anyway,
But you know what? That's part of traveling. Going
it
to
is
the
indeed.
local restaurants, eating the local food, getting to know and immersing yourself in the culture. I think me personally, that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it is, and basically also it's just when, for example, when you came to us, you're talking about this Italian restaurant and stuff, and even in France when we ate here at my friend's place and whatever, it's basically we take you in with us as family, and
Yeah.
we tell you, it's like you said, you need to learn not the tricks and the trades, but that's how we are, 100% genuine, and you come
Yeah,
along, okay, we'll show you how it's supposed to be, very
exactly.
simple,
You
very
go and
simple.
listen, I don't want to go to France and eat like an American. I want to go to France
Oh,
and I want to eat French food.
hmm
You
But
know,
when I
when
go
I
to
go
the
to
US,
Italy, well, go
I
ahead.
want to go to Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets. Oh my
Yeah, or In and Out.
Oh
Yeah,
my
those I miss those guys.
God. I can't,
No.
of all the American places you want to go, have you, here's a question. Of all the times you've come to the United States, have you been to the brass ring?
No.
Oh my God. Next time you're here, I'm going to take you to the brass. So, in amongst the American fishermen, especially the ones that spend time in Florida, now they've opened up two other restaurants since. But there's this little burger joint on North Lake and US 1. So it's right in between Sailfish Marina and Black Bart's and Fisherman's Center and Grand Slam. And then you have Old Port Cove and North Palm Marina. So right in between the two areas there is there's North Lake Boulevard and it's the Brass Ring Pub. You go in there, there's no windows in it. The door had, these small little windows. They actually have them completely covered up. So when you walk in there, it is pitch dark. And you
Okay.
have a bar and you have all these booths. And then the very back, you got a couple of tables and there's a couple pool tables. And the to me, it's my favorite burger in the world. And
We need to go there. I sign
so
in.
yeah, next time you come, especially next time for the tagging awards, now that they're in Palm Beach, we'll make a plan to go there. There's one by my house, there's one in Jupiter, but the original one, I think I always tease everybody. It tastes the best because they haven't cleaned the grill since the 1970s.
Perfect.
I'm
So you
not
have the
saying
real
that they
taste.
have or they haven't, but that's my favorite. You walk in there and you'll go in there for lunch at whatever, at 11:30 at noon. And I always have the same thing. I'm going to have a bacon cheeseburger with sautéed mushrooms, onions, lettuce, mayo on the side, medium with French fries. That's what I eat.
Okay, make it two.
Right, listen, now here's the
Make it
thing.
two.
When you're traveling, when you go to Mexico for 2 months or 3 months, or when you go to Venezuela or Panama, you'll sit there amongst everybody, shooting the shit like you do at the end of the day, and it's like, man, you know what I really want is a brass ring burger right there. And everybody on the dock knows what you're talking about.
Oh, we want to be part of that. Next time
Yeah,
we book a
so
party of 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll see how many
yeah,
we
no,
are,
no.
but
So
we'll book
next
a
time you're
party.
in town, we'll do it. And back in the day, I used to go there like on a Saturday. I'd go there at 11:30, right before the lunch rush, and I would order that same burger with a pitcher of beer. And I would sit
Okay.
there and I'd drink the whole fucking pitcher. I'd eat the burger, the fries, and then I'd go home and take a nap. Oh my God, it was the greatest thing in the
Perfect.
world.
That
It
is
was the
sweet. Yeah, but
greatest.
that
So
that,
next
that
time you
sounds.
guys are in town, we'll go there.
Johan, remember that.
Now,
Put that
listen,
in your shirt for
you
sure.
don't even need him to remember. I'll remember because I'm always looking for an excuse to go.
Okay, perfect.
I'm
Then we'll be your
always looking
excuse.
for an excuse to go because I love their burger. You can see them. They make the ball, they weigh it, and then they hand press the patties, every single one of them.
They kind of smash it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
they
best
hand
food ever,
pack,
man.
and then they put the little wax paper in between them and they stack them up. So when it starts going,
Yeah, they're
oh
ready
yeah.
to go. Yeah, the
Then
real burger place. The real
yeah,
burger
so
place.
next time you're in town, and then that away, next time you're fishing in Cape Verde or the Azores or any of these places, and you see American mates or deckhands or captains, you're like, "Hey man, I have my first brass ring burger." Oh my God, everybody's gonna know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for sure.
Yeah,
That we
it's
have to
just
make it.
it's one of those things that, as a fisherman, you got to talk about it.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad we're missing this year, but I'm not done yet. I need to send a message or two to a friend of mine there to see what's going on because he had a schedule plan or plan of no, he had a change of schedule.
Uh,
So I'll see. I have not said no yet so far. No, Johan would be in school, but I can get him an excuse note, from a doctor saying, okay, he
listen,
needs to get an award.
Dr. Fly, I'll write
Yeah,
a note right now.
yeah,
Nobody would
exactly.
question. I, so you know about my relationship with all my buddies in Saudi. Actually, my business partner buys a lot of stuff from you,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. You have
so
to send me a low regard.
I will definitely do so. And anyway, so when we all go fishing, one of the guys from the government, from the Red Sea Authority, he went to Saudi's most famous university there, and for the life of me, I can't remember. I don't even want to make a mistake and call it the wrong thing, but there's like two big schools in Saudi Arabia. It's like Harvard and Yale, and they're
Okay.
always competing. And I told the one guy, I says, "Hey, do you think you could possibly get me? I'll do whatever it takes, but do you think you can get me a doctorate in fishing from your university? Once we do all this stuff in Saudi Arabia and bring fishing as part of tourism, recreational fishing, I would love to have a doctorate from your college." He goes, "I'm going to work on it."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna work it out for you,
Oh my
100%.
gosh. Listen, even if it's just a fake piece of paper to say it, I would love it.
But you'll get
I,
it for
I would
sure.
love it. It's Dr. Navarro now. I don't even want Dr. Navarro. I just want Dr. Fly.
Dr. Fly, Dr.
Dr.
Lamouche.
Fly. La mouche. And for
Lamouche, yeah.
anybody that doesn't know, la mouche is the fly
Yeah,
in French.
in French. Yeah,
In
exactly. So it's
French.
really funny. So yeah.
I
So
get it
it's
every once in a while from El Gato. He'll comment something on Instagram. La
and he goes
mouche,
like moosh.
la
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a
mouche.
cool guy. He's in the Seychelles. We had a lunch. When was it? Last week together. Last Wednesday, in fact. And now he's in the Seychelles for a month and a half, guiding some guides, some anglers around to fish for the doggies and GTs and all the fish he can
Is
get
he
in the
fishing
Seychelles.
with what's his face?
Guillaume, Guillaume.
Guillaume. Is he
Yeah,
fishing
he's
with
not fishing
Guillaume?
with him, but he's fishing for Guillaume. He's
Okay.
fishing for Guillaume. And hold on, I'll tell you the name of my friend there from Kuwait that is fishing with him at the moment. Yeah, you don't see it, but Professor Antoine. Yeah, you can see them on the video. I don't know. You
I
will
can't.
not. No, it's not clear
Nah,
enough. But I want to see Professor Antoine. But those guys, I'll ask Moha.
that's
I'll find you the
listen.
name. I'll tell you.
That's how I met Guillaume. I was uh I was in Saudi Arabia. He had taken all my friends from Saudi out fishing, and he was telling me about his tournament in Monaco. So he's like, "Hey, here's the video." And as I'm looking, you were a sponsor of the video, or you're a sponsor of the tournament.
The
I go,
tournament.
"Oh,
Yeah.
you know Stephane?" He's like, "How do you know Stephane?" And I'm like, "Come on, dude. This is a fishing world. It's tiny. We all know each other." And so he's like, "Take a picture with me." I'm like, "Okay." So I took a picture and he sent it to you. And
WhatsApp
that's,
right away. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah.
That
He's
was
like,
really
you're
cool.
like, "Hey, it's Fly."
Yeah, true. No,
Yeah,
it's really bad. Like you said, it's a small community, and yeah, the Middle East is interesting to be honest, because like we said earlier, they have the black marlins, they have blue marlins, they have stripies, they have sailfish, they have a lot of billfish, in fact, over there in the area,
yeah. They got
and
GTs.
GTs, doggies, kingfish, queenfish. They have a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah, they
It's
got
sad
all.
about Dubai, you know. When we talk about it, I feel a little bit bad about. I fished Dubai when was it?
Yeah,
2003
but
or
you got to go through
2005?
this because of the fact you got to travel so much passing through the Straits of Hormuz into the Persian Gulf.
Yeah, but listen, Fly, in 2003 or 2000 flies, I'll find the videos. I'm actually, as we're talking, I'm transferring them from a hard disk drive to another one larger on the 20 terabyte disk. But listen, when we fish out of Dubai itself, Dubai, where you had the Jumeirah Hotel, we walked, we went to the hotel a little bit up north, like 2 kilometers up north. We took a boat from there, and we were out fishing just before the starting working on the palm trees. You know,
Uh-huh.
man, I think we released 37 sailfish in the day just there,
Really?
just right there. And in fact, it's when they started building the what do you say, the palm on the water and the world, you know, that they created, they put all the bait fish out, so they went towards the Iranian country on the other side of the Persian Gulf, and they got slaughtered. Not to hit on the Iranians, it's not, we're not doing any politicals, but they went there, poor guys that were fishing, and they slammed a lot of sailfish over there. But to be honest, back in those days, man, it was like Senegal's 40 years ago. You would go out on 41, like 120 feet of water, and you would get the little pilchard, and man, the next thing you know, you had like sailfish everywhere around you, everywhere. And you get them on live baits. Then when they're tired of live bait, you will go on lures. And man, that was insane. I'll look into the videos. I'll tell you, I think it was 2005, 2003 or 5, but that was insane. Now, like you mentioned, you have to go on the other side towards the Oman Sea. So
Yeah.
through the Hormuz Strait and down. But the Hormuz Strait at the moment, yeah, you don't want to go through it. But
I
you have
know.
a
I
lot of
don't want to be
yellowfin.
over there. It's a busy strait right now.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, it's a bit too overload. It's overcrowded, let's say it like this.
It's
But
overcrowded. But that's where I when I fished the tournament in Fujairah, I fished it the last 4 years. That's where we're fishing right there.
you fishing for what? For the yellowfins?
No, we're fishing for marlin.
Oh, for marlins.
It's
Wow.
a
Okay.
marlin tournament, yeah, in Fujairah. So I've caught blues, blacks, stripes. Shit, last year we hooked a triple head of striped marlin.
Sure. Nice. Sweet.
Yeah, we didn't catch any of them. We jumped them all off, but we hooked a
Yeah,
triple
but
header.
triple header, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
there's
really
nothing
nice.
wrong with that. I'll take that all day long and twice on
Oh,
Sundays.
100. I agree with you on that one. 100%. Yeah. Like I said, you will see, because I really like it, because now what you say on your videos is always like, and we're back. And now on the videos I made, I said like a marlin a day keeps the doctor away.
There you
That
go.
would be my
Wait,
sentence.
listen,
Yeah, simple as this.
you got to have a tagline. Listen, my tagline, I got it because I was nervous when I got on a camera. So I
Yeah,
needed
you told me
some,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
crazy.
I used to get nervous on the camera. So just the tagline gets me all pumped up and excited and makes me forget about being nervous. And I never got nervous again. Okay. And I always
Yeah,
say
but now,
we're instead of I'm back, I always say we're back because I feel like I'm talking about all of us. We're back. The fishing community
yeah, but
is
it's
back.
true.
Yeah.
It's
And
true.
we're back.
And to be honest, I really loved it during the COVID time when you were doing that, doing all these videos. That's when we started talking to each other, and I was like, man, and we're back, and I really like it. Now, when you just hear it somewhere, you're like, that's La Mouche right here, and we're back. That is
I
so cool. I like
I
it
love it.
so
When I
much.
did the tournament in the Maldives last year, uh, I don't know how many times I did it with everybody. They're like, come on, let's do a video together. And I don't know, I probably did 50 videos. Everybody, there was one time there's 20 Maldivians with me, and we got everybody going. And we're back. I
So
think it's
cool. I really
great.
love it.
I
I like
love
it.
it. It's one of those things. And again, it's we. It's together. We're all together, man. That's what I want people to
100%. Yeah,
understand,
exactly. Yeah.
you
No, but
know?
I think they do understand it. I guess maybe more in your area than our area, because here, I spoke with you, I spoke with Kerry about it, and it's really funny because, for example, like in my little world here of the sport fishing we're having, I did succeed a couple of times to win a couple of tournaments and a couple of titles and so on. The thing is, here, when you want to share it, when you want to give some advice or whatever, here the people they will look at you more like, but who the fuck do you think you are to tell me what to do? As we're just like you're just saying, I just want to share. I just want, like you mentioned earlier about the bluefin in our area, you saw a couple of things, but man, you haven't seen anything. We have so many tricks that will
Yeah.
work in your area. And it's not to, how to say, it's not to impress you or whatever. It's just to, hey, listen, you can do this as well, and that will work, and you will have fun.
And
You guys
what
will
do
be
I
an,
always tell you when people get upset? What do I tell you to tell them? Fuck them.
tell them to fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck them. I
exactly.
don't
Yeah.
care. Listen, this is what I'm doing. I want to share with whoever wants to hear it. And if you don't want to hear it, that's
Yeah,
fine.
true.
Change the
Yeah.
channel. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
no, exactly. Yeah, no, you're right. And I'm starting to work on that because, I mean, okay, even with our leader experience that we have here, we have a couple of things to share. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't work. For example, the way we fished, when you saw us doing the tick tick with the rod in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah, with the little poppers.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, that's my friend Alex that you will meet from Abidjan. We were three guys: El Gato, Alex from Abidjan, and myself. We were fishing together. And when Alex from Abidjan came here and saw that the bluefins were following each other, he said, "Hey guys, you need to do this." And we were like, "Do what?" And so he took a rod, he took an alka lure, took the lip out, and he started making the lure jump. And then out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, but in the spread, the bluefin were coming like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, whoa. And that was in 2007, man. And that really changed the way we were fishing. But if Alex would have never shown us that,
You
we
wouldn't have
would
known.
not know about it. No, we would just be spinning when they're feeding, but not in our spread. And man, that is so nice and so cool action. You need to experience that with us
Yeah.
if the
I
bluefin
well,
comes
I
up,
got
you
a
need to
chance to
work on
see
that.
it. I just didn't get to see it in huge numbers. We were only
Yeah,
getting like
exactly. But
doubles and triples, but it's not like we had seven of them on.
no, I know, but we'll work on that on your next trip. Don't
Listen,
worry,
we'll do
we'll
it
work on
again.
that. So,
We'll do it again.
yeah, we'll do it for sure, 100%.
I need to eat some more
Listen, you bring.
croissants.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'll bring you a shitload of croissants, as many as you want. Croissant, pain au chocolat, French pizza, the pizza with the grilled or caramelized onions
Oh,
on
those
top.
are so
That's
good.
typical from our area. And no, we'll bring that. But you come along. You bring Naomi. Naomi will go with Karine. They will go visiting the area, the sightseeing and stuff like that. You can go and have fun at school with my kids, making them ashamed at their
Oh
own
my God,
sport.
I think we went and picked up your daughter and I embarrassed the shit out of her.
Oh
I
yeah, but
stuck
she
my
really
head out
loved
the window and started yelling.
it. Yeah, she loved it. She really actually loved
Yeah.
it.
Listen,
And no,
everybody
but you
needs a
come back.
crazy uncle. Everybody needs a crazy
Yeah,
uncle. I'm okay to be the crazy uncle. That's fine. Did we freeze him?
Uh,
Oh,
I think he crashed out. Yeah.
oh my God, what happened?
100%. We do. Yeah, yeah. For that plan in south of France, that's one thing. Oh, you froze.
No, no,
You
no,
talked
you
No,
about the
you did.
froze.
croissant.
You
You
I
did.
froze.
froze.
Yeah.
I froze.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
froze.
Okay.
Me
Yeah,
and
you
Johan were
froze on my
talking
screen.
about, I'm like, motherfucker, he was late coming in. Now he's going to leave early. What is that all about? What is
Typical
your
No,
hair
French
only
worker.
good for 2 hours?
that's my Swiss background.
Oh
No,
my
no, no, no.
God.
No, we were saying we need to make the plans for that, and then we need to plan. But I'll keep you posted in the next 2 or 3 weeks for Abidjan for sure. I'll
Okay.
speak with Kerry when he's back from the Galapagos, and we'll try to hook up a date together. And
Fuck it. I don't want to
yeah,
go with
Kerry came
Carrie.
what?
I don't want to go
No,
with
he
him.
came twice.
I don't
Why
want to go
not?
with him.
You're gonna
Fuck
have
him.
fun, man.
No,
No, he's
I'm
gonna
messing
have
with you.
fun.
Listen, I've known Carrie
I
for like
know, I
30
know, I know.
years.
30. Wow, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
I
known
helped
him for
Carrie
what,
catch.
7 or 8 years?
Carrie caught his first swordfish with me.
Oh, that's the picture he put
That was
yeah, a
his
couple of
first
years ago.
swordfish. I was like 22, 23 years old.
Yeah,
I
wow.
was a
Okay.
baby, man.
But where was that? In Venezuela
That
or?
was in Venezuela.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, wow.
That was
Yeah,
in
you fished that.
Venezuela.
Hopefully we can fish Los Roques again soon.
Soon, I hope. Did you ever get
I
a chance
hope
to fish
because
Los Roques?
no, sir, but it's on my fucking bucket list. I want to go there.
Dude, the greatest bone fishing you have ever seen in your life.
Really?
Oh my gosh. It's nothing to
Oh,
catch
okay.
30 or 40 bonefish in a day.
Wow, there are so many.
Yeah.
But I heard for the billfish as well. You have a lot
Yeah.
of
No, no,
different
you
billfishes
got a
there.
lot of billfish around Los Roques, but the best is south, right off the coast of Caracas. Actually, it's the town itself is La Guaira. That's the port.
Okay.
And that's it's a double bank. It's like a big bank that's probably, oh my God, I'm trying to remember, like 30 or 40 miles wide. And then there's a smaller bank on top of it, but that current hits that bank and it just rolls across all of it. And
Wow. Okay.
when
So
that
because
current hits it, everything comes up. The sardines come up to feed, the white marlin, the blue marlin, the sailfish, the tunas, the dorados, the wahoo. Man, I used to see little kids fish with hand lines and catch dorados off the rocks by the fuel
wow,
dock.
that's insane. Oh,
Oh my God,
hopefully it stayed like that.
oh, it was incredible. I've never
But
seen,
so
to me,
that's
it was
that's
like National Geographics every day.
but that's from mainland Venezuela, not from Los Roques
No,
then.
no, that's mainland.
Wow, because I always heard that Los Roques was the place to go.
It's mainland.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So
mainland.
hopefully, yeah, in the next couple of years, that would
Yeah,
be good. And I'll go there, man. I'll go for sure.
yeah. Listen,
There in Colombia.
Colombia's a different animal, man. The fishing's better in Venezuela. I'm not going to go because this is a family affair here.
Yeah.
Venezuela, Colombia is crazy. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, but I heard it's really nice as well. For you have
No,
a
no,
lot of
it's
rooster
beautiful.
fish.
Listen, my best friend's from Medellin, which is in the mountains.
Okay.
There's no fishing there, uh, but that's it. Listen, that whole area is beautiful. Panama, Colombia, Venezuela. I'm just happy to see that. Before the new year, I I didn't think I'd ever see Venezuela again. Now I feel that
Really?
there's a
Okay. Yeah.
chance.
Hopefully.
There's a chance, at least in my lifetime.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Because
Yeah,
it was.
in
Yeah.
Johan's lifetime, 100%. And honestly, you and I are the same age. My guess is it's going to be in the next 3 to 5 years. As long as
I'll go,
everything.
man. For sure, I'll go.
Yeah,
100%. 100% I'll go. Because, I mean, the thing I haven't done yet, I've been to Mexico, only fishing Cabo, of course. But I haven't done Central America or Latin America, like Colombia or Peru or Venezuela. But man, I want to go there. The thing is, why I'm scared to go there is basically if the fishing is so good and so there's so many varieties, different species, that
yeah,
I might turn my back on Africa. So
yeah.
that's the
But you're
only
not
thing
going to
that
get the
scares me.
sizes that you get out of Abidjan,
Yeah, maybe, but
and it's such a long way.
yeah, true. But I'll stop by you. I stop by Uncle Fly in Florida,
No,
and then you
listen,
fly
you're always
down.
welcome to. Listen, France right to Miami, and then Miami,
10
right?
hours.
How long is France to?
10 hours, I think.
Okay, and then it's another 2 hours to Venezuela, 2 hours to Costa Rica.
Oh, really? What? Miami to Venezuela is only 2 hours?
Yeah, 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's not. It's
Wow. Okay.
it's
I thought
only
it was
like
like
1,100 miles.
wow. Okay. I thought it was like 5 or 6 hours down. But that's more Brazil then.
No,
That's Brazil.
no, and you guys, listen. I don't think there's a flight now, but you could probably always go from France to Saint Martin and then Saint Martin because I
Yeah.
know you guys have a direct flight to Saint Martin.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
so
can even go, if I go from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, I can go directly to Bonaire.
oh, Bonaire there is 45 minutes.
Yeah. You see, my
Stop
friend
off.
Garrett, the Viking.
Listen, you
Yeah,
stop
but
off in Amsterdam, you have a couple space cakes, and then you fucking take off.
and then you fly out. But yeah, you will fly out from the couch. You will not fly from the plane. No. Yeah, because my friend Garrett, the Viking that you met, the Viking, the
Oh
tall
yeah,
Dutch
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going out with him this weekend fishing, and he has a good friend of his, Yuri, that has a boat in Bonaire, and he
I
was
just
there.
talked to Yuri the other day.
Oh, you know Yuri?
I met Yuri at the Monaco tournament.
Yeah,
He was
true.
here.
Yeah, of course they
I
were
met him at
together.
Monaco.
Yeah, I spoke with him as well. He had a nice. Did you see the marlin coming right at his boat in the back, following the teaser?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
he texted
insane,
me that
man.
same video. You know what?
Yeah, it's really cool.
After the podcast, I'll take a selfie with the three of us and I'll send it to him.
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
you
I'm gonna
can.
do. That's what I'm gonna do. I
So
want to
yeah,
I
we'll
want to
do
let him
that.
know that
So
we're all up on here. Yeah, no, him and I have been in contact since Monaco.
yeah, he's a very cool guy. Yeah,
He's a
we spoke together
super
as
super
well.
nice guy. Super
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
guy.
But yeah, I guess that in our field or in our community, I think everybody is nice. It's just the way how you get to meet the people, I would say. I
Yeah.
think.
That's what I like about the tournaments is it's a great way to bring people together so you meet new people,
True. Yeah,
you
true, true.
know?
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I was really surprised about Croatia. And I'll let you know because my friends, okay, Gordon, that is organizing the tournament as well. So we'll be there for sure, August 11th to 14th, if I recall.
Yep.
And from there, I have my friends, my neighbor that you didn't meet in France. They have a huge boat, like a big trawler.
Okay.
And he's now retired, and they're gonna go. They're gonna take the boat from now here, south of France, where you saw my boat here, and they're gonna go towards Corsica, Sardinia, Sicily, down the south part of Italy, and then up to Croatia. So hopefully, they might be there when we have the tournament.
Oh, nice.
So that will be kind of cool as well, if you're around. So we can stay with them a couple of days, and they're really cool guys.
You just
Basically,
let me
they're
know
the
and then I'll plan my schedule accordingly.
yeah, 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 we'll do that for sure, 100%. Because last time, no, you came to us, you were in Qatar, in Doha, and when you came from Croatia, where you came from?
Oh, I came from Seattle.
Oh, from Seattle. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
right.
I
You
had
came
the
from
tournament
far.
there. Listen, when I saw you, I did Florida to Columbia, Columbia to Tokyo, Tokyo, Westport, Washington, Croatia, Croatia home. I was gone for like 5 weeks. I fished 4 continents in 5 weeks.
That's so cool, man. That is really
Yeah,
cool.
it was crazy. I racked up some miles.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, that's cool.
I
But now,
racked up
next
some
time,
miles.
you're gonna, but you never fished Africa, did you?
No, the only place in Africa I've fished is the Seychelles.
Okay, yeah, we can say Africa, but it's more
Yeah.
islands. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. But then
So
I'll bring you.
we
But
gotta get
again,
Africa on there. I
yeah,
want to
yeah, for
get
sure.
Morocco, Cape Verde.
Morocco, I can handle Morocco. I can handle.
Listen,
I've already
it's not
practiced with.
handle. I don't want to go without you. If we go, it's me, you, and Laurent.
Okay,
Let's all go.
yeah, yeah, of course, sure. That will be
We can
Morocco. Then we can do Cameroon. We can do Gabon.
listen.
Uh,
I've been in touch with Alex for a long, long time.
yeah,
He's
he fished with
invited
me in
me to
December.
go, and then what's his face from Senegal, from Dakar, the Mystic
Samir.
Blue,
Yeah, Samir
Samir.
Al. Yeah,
Samir, he's
Samir, man.
invited me
He's
to go a couple of times.
Oh yeah, let's go, man. Whenever you want, we go. Of
Yeah.
course, we go.
So listen,
Yeah,
now
don't
if
worry.
somebody wants to get a hold of you guys, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Through me.
What's that?
Yeah, through Johan.
Through
Through
Johan.
Through
me.
Johan.
No, 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 no.
Through
Listen, you
Johan.
guys have a website. People, I want to give you. We're gonna sign off here in a second, so I want to give everybody the opportunity if they want to follow your stuff that you're doing in France or your tackle shop or reach out to you. What's your website name and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, the website name is Pêche Extreme. It's a French name, which means like extreme fishing. We're based online, so yeah, it's Pêche Extreme. So it's PECHEXTREME.com. So Pêche means fishing, extreme like extreme.com. Then our Facebook page has the same name, and or if they just type my name, Stephane Millez, whatever, they'll find me on internet. But again, we're here to share about fishing. The business is a different part, but
No, no, no. But listen, somebody may want to check you out or ask you a question. The best way to do it is email you
yeah, well,
directly
yeah,
through your business. Hey, I saw you on the podcast and I want to ask you a question.
oh, they could for sure. The thing that we have, I think, regarding big game fishing, you guys in the US are way more advanced than what we are because our world here is a tiny. But I think that we are way more advanced on popping and jigging compared to you guys.
Oh,
That's
we're
really,
we're way behind. We're way behind in the popping and jigging world.
yeah, and I love marlin fishing and big game fishing, but it's tiny. But most of my business is popping and jigging. So that's what I mentioned earlier. We have some US clients. Basically, that's the Americans who travel that comes to the Seychelles or Western Africa or Central America, Madagascar, and places like this. That probably they buy a lot from us as well. Yeah, for sure. That
Perfect.
that's where we're different than you guys. I think we have a way more how do you say products, if I can say so, because we do work a lot with the Japanese brands and Australian brands and all these kind of brands. It's a niche market, but that's our main working field, if I can say so.
Perfect.
Even if
Well,
my favorite is marlin.
you hold there for a second. I want to say thank you to you, Stefan, and you, Johan. Thank you for joining me. Everybody who's listening, thank you so much for joining us and listening to these fishing stories. And again, thank you to all us fishermen all over the world. So with that being said, I'm going to tell everybody, check you later.